Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday. This is the Wrestling for Life Network. We're happy to be back at it again. You got a whole week in the books. The weekend is upon us. Happy Friday, folks, as we bring you WWE Smackdown tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Breaking news as we're going live. More and more of it coming out, but lots and lots to talk about. Plus a 3-hour Smackdown. Me and that pretty face have you all night long, folks. Get in that chat, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. It's a Feel Good Friday, and we can't wait for SmackDown tonight. We are about 28 minutes away from the start of the show. We got lots to talk about. Breaking news as we're going live. We'll get to all of it. I see that chat filling up already, and trust me, we will give you our opinion, our 2 cents on all that's going down, plus all the action. We will be the live reaction, so make sure you get in the chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Make sure you share our link with everybody you know. But with all that being said, for the next few hours, you're stuck with us. And who is us? Well, I am Mr. Everyday KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world. Every night delight, KJ White. I almost said I was you. I am Big Nick, and how I mentioned lately, sir, how much I am happy to be employed.
Right? No kidding. I mean, again, the world has a funny way of kind of shaking loose some days. And again, I mean, it's very interesting times in wrestling. It's very interesting times for a lot who were there. We see it in the chat already blowing up. For those who are just tuning in or have been out doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bunch of WWE releases heading into tonight. Before we go live tonight, Nick, do you want to go through the names real quick?
Fair enough. I have, so as far as I have still I'm going off of Fightful, they have Gigi Dolan released, Shayna Baszler, Cora Jade, Eddie Thorpe, I guess, allegedly has posted a tweet indicating that they're released.
No way.
Shut the front door with that. Well, that would make sense. Honey Boo Boo Dakota Kai, his little gal pal, got released too as well, and that's her second time on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman's been released. Kane Carter, Katana Chance. Did I miss anyone? So
Riley
far?
Osborne, Eddie Thorpe.
Wow. And I know I kind of had to actually catch you up with this. Well, Anthony caught us both up with it in the group chat of. I thought we were going to be getting something at some point soon because we just like yesterday had the staff releases, and that's normally one follows the other. It's unfortunate. It feels like it's always this time of the year, the chopping block, hangs heavy. But there were some people that thought Shotzi was kind of talking about her being gone. Austin Theory kind of had a weird post, but now to see the official list. Now, again, these aren't official releases. They may just be some contract non-renewals, all of that.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, 'tis the season. I hate to say this to everyone out there, and I don't mean it with any type of, any type of disrespect. But around this time of year, we talk about heading into a new season. It happens. And I mean, I find it ironic, all the talking about benching. All right, we're going to release some people that we're not using right now. We're going to release some people that, we feel others have taken their place or bypassed them. And again, there's a bit of a crash. Like somebody posted, TKO is the worst thing to ever happen to wrestling. This happened well before TKO was around. So, yes, it's a long list, some surprising names. Nick, and you and I will kind of run through the list here in the pre-show and who we're most surprised about and, oh, my God, and where we think things could go for them. But again, this is, I think the other company out there needs to do a bit of this.
Right.
It happens.
Facts, 100%. This has always been a thing. It's part of being in a business. Unfortunately, it comes with it. I mean, we've talked about this every year. This happens every time. I think we end up having the same kind of speech of this is part of the business. And we were literally just talking about people being benched and this, that, and the third last night. All right, so we don't bench people that we don't use. So would you rather they stay on the bench, or would you rather we release them and they can go to somewhere
Right.
like an AEW, like a TNA, like an MLW? Like, that's the thing, is the market, if for a talent release right now, is the healthiest it's probably been in quite a while.
Yeah, again, I mean, like, the advantage of the market is there are places that a lot of these wrestlers, if not all these wrestlers, if they choose so to continue in wrestling, have a lot of options to go to. And again, it's unfortunate. I know they're probably really upset. We've seen people get released and find their way back. Dakota Kai actually being one of them. I will say this out loud. There's a few names on this list, and any of the crashing out or the fake rage for the likes of Katana Chance and Carter. Yeah, we liked them, but nobody, we watched their matches, Nick, and they had good little tandem offense, but nobody was jumping out of their seats during their match. Nobody was pining for them. So like the fake outrage is hilarious.
They did hold down kind of the women's tag division for a little bit, especially in NXT. But as far as like, they weren't top talent right now. They are not. They're still very young. They've been in WWE for actually quite some time. There's no, again, it's cynical to say, but my heart does not go out for them. Like you mentioned, a Dakota Kai who's been released, came back, released, came back. Braun Strowman, released, came back, released, came back now.
Yeah, and I mean, folks, I do see the chat filling up. I do know that we're around 80. We're going to be here all night long. We will get to the chat and say hello, as right now we are about 20-ish minutes away from the start of the show. But again, I mean, I don't mean this. Like, I've been in that situation. I've been snipped from a company. It sucks. It ruins your day. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? It really does suck. But again, like you said, we can't have it both ways. And unfortunately, I think some of this is going to work out. Like we just saw Indy Hartwell last night. Shows up in TNA, feels like a big deal, getting an opportunity to move on. Blair Davenport 7 days away. Cedric 7 days away. Like, it's a chance for people in a very, I think my buddy Mr. Noob in the chat has talked about this bloated roster. Well, now it's a little less bloated.
I was going to come out here and talk about Shelton or Cedric coming off of his 90 days, and maybe he ends up back with, you know, the Hurt Syndicate, and that's how they end up screwing MJF out of being in there and everything. Yeah. But we got all of this now to talk about. God damn.
Right. Oh, yeah. Again, it's our thoughts and hopes go out to all the folks, you know, impacted by this. But again, this is not a TKO thing. This is a normal thing. And I mean, there could be more names from that list, Nick. I mean, Shayna Baszler's pretty surprising. Felt like
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was first going to read Jose's comment. I was just too funny. Of no Celine Dion for anyone, Nick. No, you got to do the In the Arms of an Angel. But yeah, it's part of business. Shayna was surprising to me because she seems very much like a Triple H, like she was in tight with him, kind of like he's his gal type of thing of like, and if I'm Zoe Starks, I ain't answering my phone for nobody. Right. You gotta send a goddamn carrier pigeon or something, get my ass. Sonia's already gone. Now Shayna's gone. I'm not talking to nobody.
Yeah, no, not at all. And I mean, yeah, I think Shayna, I mean, we felt like she could be a real top heel. I know she's not the best on the stick, but I think, you know, just her overall presence and attitude gets her a long way. So I'm very surprised with that. Ultimately, I mean, Braun Strowman's been around for a long time. A lot of people really like Braun Strowman. I don't know that there was a real big, like, he got dusted how many times? Where do you go for, you know?
That's the thing, is Braun Strowman's this weird thing because he borders special attraction and top guy. So you can't use him month on month on month, because if he takes some L's and everything and he goes under for quite a bit, then you've got to give him some time off so he can come back and be the dominant monster again. And it's law of diminishing returns of, I think it's just literally, I guess, you know, fits the beast situation here of it's a beast of a burden to have to be big, powerful Braun Strowman, but you can't do jobs week in and week out.
Yeah, it's hard to be the big guy. You're not going to be really pushed up towards the top guys right now. There's other things going on. And again, if they're planning on bringing in more names, right? Like people talk about Mariah May. Well, they just freed up some cash for Mariah.
These are salary dumps. These are salary cap
Right?
releases.
They might be. Like you got to think they got a budget. I know they're like people forget, and I know some people on the internet don't really fully understand the inner workings of a business, but even though they're a multi-billion-dollar company, they have a budget. They're given a budget every year, and they got to stay within that budget. So if you want to bring in a Mariah May, say you're in on the bidding for like a Thekla, because we've talked about that being a little contested
Right.
out there. Yeah, maybe this is part of it. Eddie Thorpe. I mean, Eddie never really got out the gates. We like Eddie.
That's a big surprise to me. That's a big surprise to me. He was just in a world title feud in NXT. I think he was just really starting to find him. I really liked what he had done recently in NXT when he tricks Ava into getting a title shot. He was really kind of finding his like persona, his actual character, besides just I'm the Native American guy. And I'm also a DJ. So that to me is surprising because I thought like he was a guy that feels very reminiscent to Dijak of like kind of feel like they're just figuring it out and you cut the knees out.
Yeah, it's almost like if just a little bit more, just a little bit longer. Cora Jade really surprised me in the sense of they seemed very high on her once upon a time, and it just feels like she got swallowed by this influx of female talent. And right now, like even Roxy's left her in the dust in a lot of ways. But I am surprised. I mean, we heard today about Nikita Lyons is going to evolve.
Well, I saw everyone. How do you get demoted from an emotion?
Yeah, right. So we'll see if the Lion can evolve a little bit, and we'll see what she can do there. But yeah, Cora I thought was going to stick around. The other one that the biggest rage response right now, Dakota Kai.
Yeah, that makes sense though, and especially first on the Cora Jade thing, it's funny because again, we were just talking about her
Right.
because of the whole Roxanne and Julia kind of pairing. It's weird. It felt like she just got squeezed out of there, like you said. And yes, MDB, I did see you about Mustafa Ali getting released and all that. That's another one. Very reminiscent to that Eddie Thorpe thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Dakota Kai thing of especially when she just put out, I'm not injured. Everyone that we're literally discussing, oh, she's not benched. They're waiting for her to come back with damage control, and they're just waiting for her for something creative. And they straight cut her. Like that's the thing is, and again, she's been there before. I love that she sat there and tweeted out the whole gif of, oh shit, here we go again.
Right. And again, I mean, we talk about a lot of opportunities. I already mentioned Indy. I mean, Alicia Fox is back in TNA about to do her thing. Like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, my vote is if you don't have any foreseeable plans for somebody, let them go expand their horizons. Let them go out there. Maybe they figure something out. They end up back in your ranks, or maybe they just go on to a happier, better existence. I mean, I'm completely okay. Dakota, I really like Dakota, but she really wasn't moving a whole lot of needles. She's another one that when she was healthy and used, there wasn't a lot of fucking noise going on for, oh my God, Dakota.
Was she more popular with the Twitter crowd versus the actual paying audience? And it's also one of those, she kind of had that like Tegan Knox syndrome of, unfortunately, kind of, I know she wasn't currently injured, but always seemed to get injured at the worst possible time.
And injury was a big part of this, right? We look at Cora Jade, injured a couple times majorly. Dakota Kai on the shelf on and off over the last while for injury as well. So maybe that's part of it. It's durability. And I just do think it's hard for the women right now. Natalia said it. It is super competitive, right? If they're planning to move Julia up and Stephanie up, like if Jordan beats Stephanie and they push Stephanie up because they're already playing the back and forth game, Roxy goes up. I mean, now where do you fit a Dakota Kai in? Where do you fit Carter and Chance in? I am a little surprised with Gigi just because her and Tatum seem to get a groove going, but do they release Gigi and now it's Shotzi and Tatum we see together? We haven't seen Shotzi much.
Well, I saw some. Well, she was the first one actually that a lot of people thought because of a video she put out on Instagram and everything that she was getting released or knew she was released, because she was very much talking about like what comes next and da 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 da. And if there's any other names that are still popping off, let us know in the chat because I've seen Shotzi's name thrown around and my Twitter's acting all fucking up again.
Yeah, I'm just slowly kind of scrolling through, seeing if anything pops up, and still trying to, stay here with you. But
trust me, I've been there. Yeah, my whole thing.
On a quick side note, just popped up on my Twitter. Anyone else, and maybe you guys can offer some insight. $99.99 to be text buddies with Mercedes Mone.
Oh yes, let's talk about this.
Is that legit?
Yes, that is legit. If you go to her website, it is there. Now, granted, you're going to be talking to an AI bot that might answer back once a week, once a month. You'll get a response back of a hi, how's it going? Hey, by the way, I don't have creative control. Make sure you watch me in my latest Stardom New Japan AEW match.
Right. No, it makes me laugh. And I mean, again, the whole creative control thing made me laugh because they were the ones that gave us the idea that she was in charge. They brought in Pepper Potts, and why do you bring in Pepper Potts if they're not calling the shots? What do you mean? Now there's Uncle Dave defending TK is the only one with creative control. Shut up, you're lying. We know you're lying. Knock it off. We don't want to hear it. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I have no idea where I was going with that anymore.
Fair enough. Well, I'll go back with 9. People are talking about WWE outprice. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, came back around. I don't get it. Like, I don't know if she's noticed, but there's a lot of ladies offering an ability to talk to them for far less than $99.99, and I think the perks are higher.
Not if you're Shannon Sharp. Not if you're Shannon Sharp.
Oh well, play within the rules, folks. Right. But Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
They said it's so like
you're getting sued for 5.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, what is this? Like, how many people? I want to see a screenshot, like if it says how many members are signed up to that account. I would love to see like who is paying $100 a month to be text buddies.
I'm sure it's not the first registry that they've been on. But yeah, I was gonna say
no,
what?
Jakara Jackson is no longer with the WWE.
All right, Hunter, Sean, whichever one of you out back by the Denny's right now, we're throwing hands because no, you can't do this, especially after they just split them up. That's why they
split them up. Why though?
What's the bitches? No, I'm so mad because Lash legend Jakara Jackson, Meta 2, the Lash girl, well, the Pibbity, all of that. They always sniffed the title, but never got there. They were always shoulda, coulda, wouldas when it came to being tag team champions in TNA, in WWE, in NXT. It's just they were so fucking good.
They were really close, and they were getting a lot of love, and they were
the best women's tag team you had going. They were the best women's tag team you had going.
Chance and Carter. No, I'm just kidding. But best women's tag team going. Yeah, I mean, they're up there, 100% up there. I mean, I lost Isla. I mean, I get it. It's a rough day,
right?
Are the releases over? We don't know yet. Says Flappy Sappy.
There we go. But 316, 40K SummerSlam tickets, and we doing these releases.
Yeah, but one has nothing to do with the other. Unfortunately, that's just the way of doing business. And I know people are going to look at it on the onset of, they're raking in more money than ever. Every pay-per-view Hunter comes out and says this was our biggest gate ever. But again, like this is where I know 316 is one of the people that have said the opposite of this, as far as they need to let people go. There's too many people on the roster. Okay, we can't do both. This has nothing to do with the bottom line or the 40K for SummerSlam tickets, which I've never ever confirmed. I actually have a seating chart where everything but that front row are like 3,500, 6,000. Like there's variation.
No, the whole thing, the 40K thing is a whole package of you get tickets for both nights, SmackDown, Raw, a whole big VIP thing. It is a whole package. Allegedly sold out.
Yeah, and it's sold out. They can split, so they're not going to change that anytime soon. But that you want like, I mean, I don't know how you feel, Nick, but to me, what they're charging for tickets or how much money they're making, yeah, that's part of the story. But again, for all the fans that talked about benching and where's Natty and where's this one? Okay, we let in Dakota Kai go. Now we have more TV time for Natty. Are you happy? Oh, then are we got to? Oh, why is Natty here? This is not. Again, you can't really win. But the 40K shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, this is about cleaning up the roster, getting ready for something else.
Right. Yeah, no, I got 2 points, and I'll try and tie them together, and maybe we'll say hi to the chat. Actually,
we got
exactly, but yeah, but with the 99 thing for Sasha Banks, but we're going to talk about 40K. But the other company's asking $100 to text an AI bot that pretends to be Mercedes Mone, and you're going to get people to sign up for it. Yeah, that's not frivolous. And Christ Almighty, I forgot my second.
Well, we'll come back. I know it will pop back into your head, but I'll start saying hello. Folks, we got about 8 minutes to the start of the show. Obviously, lots going on, lots of breaking news. We're going to keep talking about the releases. Look, told you he'd get it.
Yeah, exactly. See, Lazy Susan, if you could do it, I could do it. But yes, the NFL is probably the most profitable that it's ever been in its history right now, but you still got to have a 53-man roster type shit. If it's still one of those, if I can't have 175,000 wrestlers on my roster, because then everyone's going to be bitching that they're not getting used and they're not getting TV time, but I still got to pay them, but they still need to be employed. Again, that we have this same discussion every year. I'm almost getting sick and tired of saying it. Right. And especially right now, the landscape for pro wrestling is the best it's probably ever been for open opportunities for you to go anywhere. We were going to try and halfway at some point when the list was yay big and it keeps getting yay big, go through of where everybody could possibly land.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll quickly say hello to people. Folks, you can get in the chat. Let us know how you feel about the releases. If you don't know, there's been about, I think we're at close to 10 now. Individuals have been released from WWE and bigger names. I mean, surprising names in a lot of ways. But we will try and say hello to as many people as possible in the next 6.5 minutes. So, Alex, how you doing? Michael, how you doing? C Money, I like that. KJY. Oh, looking forward to the return of Aleister Black versus The Miz. That will happen tonight. We haven't even talked about tonight, but there is only one match announced, so we're good. Randy Orton's going to be in the building. I think this got announced, but I'm not sure. There's been chaos.
It's on WWE's page. That's all I saw.
Okay, so we're good to go on that one. Yeah. And the Miz, Aleister Black. We're looking forward to this one where we have our new favorite segment, Nick. Name those lyrics, and we make them up as we go, folks.
Exactly, 100%. Well, now more than ever, should we come out with the "You Don't Work There" merch, because now it's even double fitting.
Shit.
Too soon.
Maybe not. Damien, how you doing? Not for us anyway. Mike, how are you? I mean, a good day to have a good Friday, buddy. It's Friday. You ain't working. We ain't got shit to do. I'm gonna get you. Luxio, how you doing? Let's go. Birthday weekend. Let's go. Happy early birthday or on spot birthday. I don't know when it's fallen, but happy birthday to you, sir. I hope you have a wicked one. Holy sugar on the iced tea. It's Friday. Either too many vitamins or not enough. Never enough. Let's go. Kevin, welcome back. Big Nick saying hello to everybody. Jason, how you doing? Eric, welcome back. Jason again. Love it. ABJ in the house. How are you, sir? Christian Power, what's up, everyone? Before we begin in the chat, I want to congratulate the Maple Leafs for eliminating the Senators. I congratulate them too. I'm pretty pumped. Wide World of Sports weekend beginning with the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Yes, crazy times in the NHL, but the Leafs have made the second round, Mr. Nick. I know you knew, but yeah, I had a bit of a jump around moment last night.
Oh, I'm sure you did. That's why when we got off of the stream last night, I was doing the Travolta of everybody just
No, it's good times, but yeah, we'll see. Florida's going to be a
That's a tough one.
They have, like, I think they purposely went out and got a leaf killer, so I'm nervous.
Oh, Marchand, yeah,
that dude. ABJ saying Cora's a surprise. I think Cora's a surprise because they seem so high up on her, but I think after the couple injuries and everybody that's come in, I think she's fallen down lower in the pack. So Again, maybe she goes out in the Indies, goes out somewhere else, and finds herself. Teams up with Sky Blue. All's well in the world.
Blue Jade Blue, or does she go TNA? She got the TNA, so maybe she goes to TNA.
Remember, I said this before we went live. I'm like, this is all these people are going over to TNA. This is just their way of being like, here you go, guys. You've been
have that. That even what I'm mad at.
Here you go. Here you go. We're just.
Right.
I heard you lost a couple guys. So, Sean Reed, welcome back. Let's go. Let's go. I'm curious if that's an option for some. TNA is definitely an option for sure.
TNA is an option. AEW is an option. MLW is an option. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, we've watched a lot of people do very well. Like, I mean, Dijak, you talked about Riddle out there doing his thing. But yeah, I mean, people will land on their feet, and some people will end up back.
Right. For a third time.
Yeah, right. 316. Andy, how you doing? C Money got you already. The Yeet God, how are you? Bradley, always a pleasure. Kevin, how's it going? How's it going? Jose's back at it again. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. How are you, buddy? Mike, Jose up again. Brandon over on Twitch. Don't forget, folks, we have a Twitch and a Facebook. Go check those out.
Right.
Anna has been received. What?
John Cena?
Benched. More like you're off the team. Yeah, again, you're like, all right, you don't want us benching people? Fuck it. We'll clean house. It's
literally.
Yeah, we'll show you benched. MDB, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, sir. Scott Wolford back in. Happy Friday. Sucks for the talent, but it's business. It does suck for the talent. Nobody likes to be fired, especially when it's a firing. Like, if you're fucking around and you find out, you get it. But if you're doing your job the best of your ability and they cut you, it's a bummy day.
Well, and it's very public. I know, granted, they're public personalities and everything, but I don't exactly think anyone here would want to have a tweet that's trending on Twitter how they got fired from their job.
Yeah, imagine, right? Like you know, it's not like the dirt sheets report when we have a fuck up. Like it's
yeah. Hope you have a good weekend.
Jacob, how you doing? Jose, welcome back again. Mike, I got you. Chemical X is dead. We'll see what they do there. But it's missing a wheel, that's for sure.
They killed Meta 2, if not Meta 4. She was just on TV this week.
Yes.
This week.
They were just they just went after the belts in TNA a week ago. Sunday.
Rebellion.
Yes.
Rebellion. I'm so mad. No, just they fucked it up. You had it and you just fucked it up. Like Chris Miller and the fucking biscuit and everything. I'm like, I have my nice tag team and I pat hit and throw it up.
Oh my, as we got 1 minute. Vance, I see you. Millennial Noob, welcome. Related to Mr. Noob? That'd be interesting. Yeah. Antoine Phillips, how you doing? OG Dale, our current predictions champion. Welcome back. Christian got you. Cherokee George, always a pleasure. Who else we got? I'm seeing a lot of Safit's back with us. I think that's almost there. Bueller.
I got Kenny's Movies Place. I got usually Tall Hobbit, Salary Cap Casualties, in facts.
Yeah, man.
100%. But yeah, I see Kenny's Movies Place. I see, I like this stuff from Nick Bray. I'm cutting the line. How y'all doing tonight, fellas? Got my youngest who is obsessed with wrestling as of late, watching your channel and getting ready for SmackDown. Well, hopefully they know adult words because
we apologize in advance, little ones, earmuffs, and don't repeat what we say. We're bad people.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little late to say it's in advance. I think it's more just for behind. I don't know what term I was trying to use there.
Right. What's up, newbie? How you doing? As we are about to get the start of the show, for those who don't know, we will sync up at the beginning of the show. Get in that chat. You can sync up as well if you would like, so you're not behind us or ahead of us. But I got it coming new. Jakara Jackson, cut.
Damn it. I got then.
I have then.
I'll stop it now.
1.3 seconds. Now.
We are
forever. Let's go. Folks, you can dial in. We're going to watch this show. It's going to be a fun night tonight, and we are going to be together. Let's do this one. It'll be very interesting. Not a lot announced. I know we're going to want to talk a lot about the releases. Keep the chat going. If you want to talk about something, blow us up. Let us know what's on your mind. We'll try and get to it, as I do not want to miss Mr. Spat. Well, I want to say, Scott, member for 21 months. Outstanding. Love to see it. Good friend of the channel. Man, took a picture with live wrestlers with our shirt on. So he's a hero in my books.
Man's been technically interviewed by the channel.
Yes, he has.
Right.
So shout out to Scott. Spaz dropping the $10 as Randy Orton coming into the building, Nick.
Randy Orton sends a message to John Cena as I got Tiffany walking through as we're in Des Moines, Iowa, home of Seth Rollins. Des Moines.
I think a lot of people out there just went Des Moines.
You're right, but Spaz with a $10 super chat. Cora and Dakota to the KO division. KC and KC to the KO tag. Oh, so knockouts. I get you. TNA has been thin for a bit, respectfully. Riley to the X division would be awesome as well, and it keeps them WWE adjacent. Fair enough. That's not a bad show. We know some people are going to go to TNA. Does Riley just go to AEW?
We got a shoving match. Damian Priest in the back. A little bit on site with Jacob Fatu and Solo.
That's not a man I would want to run up on.
No. Not usually. Brave man. Bold decision.
He's the gorilla versus the 100 dudes right there.
LA, who's
LA Knight just walks by.
Just walks by like you morons. All right, folks. Looks like we're kicking it off with Damian Priest, LA Knight here tonight. So let's go. We will put a poll up for this one. Who are you taking?
As I got Massive Thunder overhead. Lightning and the Thunder. But as we're starting off with LA Knight versus Damian Priest, and again, we've talked about this last week we've got that like solid kind of almost heavy hitters division when it comes to this US title. You've got Drew, you've got Damian, you've got LA Knight, you've got this name, you've got that name. Maybe you throw a Malachi, Aleister Black in there, maybe a Shinsuke, an AJ. What do you do? Let me hawk to ya. Kate, what
I repeat that. I shouldn't have said it in the first place.
Fair
enough. That at all.
Well, match tubes of you. WWE releases are all elite. There will definitely be some. Tony's licking his lips. Pause. And that's just not because of anything else.
A legitimate question for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you spend all the time saying like they suck, and then all these people start getting released, and the instinct is sign them. I mean, the good news is Tony gets the hot shot again. He hasn't done that for a while. But again, is that the question? Like, do you really want all these people? Are you just...
Do you want them just because they got released? That's the question.
Do you want them because you have change in your pocket and you can?
Well, no. If you're... We're going grade school with this type of shit as LA Knight's talking here. But if you're playing with your favorite toy and everything like that, and you decide you don't want it anymore, you want to just give it away. Do I instinctively want it more just because it was your favorite toy? You used it here, there, and everywhere, and you didn't want it anymore. So now because you don't want it, I want it.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's part of it, I think. And honestly, Nick, if I was Tony Khan, I would be eager to get my hands on a few ex-WWE talent, maybe a Dakota Kai, Strowman might be a stretch, but grabbing a couple and see if you can turn it into, Hunter, Fumble. If you could kind of turn if you could, I'd be motivated to do it. I'm not sure you can, but I'd be motivated to try.
It would take some time. You can't do that like with who they let go. You can't do that out the gate.
No, I don't think so. I mean, again, you might be a little hard pressed unless you have a really good plan. Again, I know there's a level of liking to all of them, but at the end of the day, again, people ask for don't bench all these people. We can't put everyone on TV. And when we talked about it, June 6th, SmackDown goes back to 2 hours. Well, that's
a whole been made official. I know we were talking about it. It's been very much discussed. I'm praying and I'm hoping.
Yes, that's going to be lovely. 2 hours SmackDown on a Friday. Mwah.
Especially when we got 3 hours and we had 1.5 matches announced.
Right? Yeah, that's a good point. Here comes Damian Priest. But yeah, I mean, again, I think that's also another factor. You're about to lose an hour of TV, and you have all these people that aren't doing something, that are quote unquote benched. People want to see Hikuleo. We just got the Lucha Bros. Malachi's back. Rusev's back. They want to bring in Mariah May. They're working on other deals with other international talent. Yeah, you're gonna we got to do something.
We've said it, and again, it's if you want this to be a sport, then it's going to be a sport. You've got to have a 53-man roster, what have you, however you want to look at it. You have to fit within the confines of what you can viably get people and what's serviceable to retain them. It is still a business. It is still a sport. It is still bottom dollar at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, I mean, I see it all the time in hockey. It's a hard cap, right? So, I mean, that's one of the things that people talk about Toronto. They put the bulk of their money in 4 guys. So now you got to decide how to distribute what cap you have. And again, if you are thinking into yourself, well, I'd rather have this person pushed or use this person. If we want more Karrion Kross on TV, who do we have to kind of, who's not going to get a chance? All right. Sorry, Braun. Anything we were going to do with you now, we got to free up some time. Sorry, big guy.
Right. Inferno Blade, what up? Anthony, get ready for Shayna the Death Riders. I absolutely think that if there wasn't a 90 days, I would 100%. If I'm Tony, how fast can you get out of your fucking 90 days? What have you? Did they not re-sign you, or did they release you? If they didn't re-sign you, I will have you on TV tomorrow.
That's going to be the big question. And I know the internet sleuths are going to go try and figure it out. So as soon as somebody has some answers, I'm all ears. But yeah, what one is everybody just a cut 90 days, you're out? Were some people non-extensions? Are they free to go? That'd be cool. I mean, again, we're waiting for Cedric to pop up. At what point, again, I hate to do this, as we got LA Knight and Damian, at what point is there too much WWE talent? Like, people want Cedric coming in. People want B Priestley to come in. Like, at what point is too many? Like 5, 6, 7, 8 new people on a roster?
Well, how many people do you still associate as WWE talent? Like Athena is technically WWE talent. Do you still think of her as WWE talent, or do you think of her as AEW Ring of Honor talent?
Yeah, but I mean, with the current available talent, do you scoop up 8 of them, 9 of them, all of them? 4 of them? Like, do you want all of them, including other ones that have been released recent? Like, do you get your hands on a B Priestley or a Cedric?
No, if I'm Tony, I do what makes sense. Again, it's you treat it like a sport. You have free agents that are released at the beginning of a season. I'm going to go through and weed through who's on the waiver wire that will fit my current roster, will fit what I have going right now. Not just signing a guy because he's a name or he's this, that, or whatever. If you're Tony, you need to think about, and you even mentioned if Tony might need to do this at some point too.
Yes.
But you need to, he does it just passive aggressively.
But
you need to think about who was working your stories right now. Like Shayna, to me, works. You put her with Shafir, there's a women's tag team right there. There's a terrible twosome.
Fair enough. Case by case.
She's the China to Moxley's Hunter.
Well, that was what Marina was supposed to be.
Yeah, but she ain't.
Well,
she's more of the China to Yuta.
Wow, Damian popping.
Yeah.
Again. Get around here. I don't want to wait for this show to be over. All right.
Yeah, so we're trying to do justice to SmackDown, but we got things to talk about.
Big love to the boys in this community, but in record time, we got the other people in the other community with the, oh my God, these releases are so bad. Let me tell you who they should have fired. Yeah, again, so are you like, okay, they should have kept these people and released these people. Are we being a little petty at that point as far as, what, you don't give a shit about the other person's job? Fuck that, get rid of this person. I mean,
is that not, if you're realistically going to look at it and talk about it, fuck the wrestling context of it. Is that not disgusting almost to sit there and say that, no, you shouldn't have fired Dave. You should have fired Steve.
Yeah.
Because Steve be eating my fucking lunch every time, or right before I go on lunch break and everything.
Right.
Like, again, take the wrestling context out of it. To sit there and say, no, you shouldn't have fired this person, you should have fired that person is disgusting.
A little bit. I mean,
imagine if you and I are coworkers right now, my guy, and like I'm about to lose my job. I'm out there hat in hand. No, you shouldn't fire me. You should fire him.
Dude, it's Lloyd Christmas. Okay, kill him.
Right.
She touched my leg.
That's Rebel release, Lady B. That's the release everybody wants. Peace will be brought to the IWC if Dev Rebel is released.
I saw this going around the internet again today. Now, this is like the third time I heard they've been released. Are they finally, or are we just wishful thinking still?
Is it funny that Def Rebel released rhymes with peace in the Middle East?
Thank you on this one. It's going to be a good one. I know your buddy Marchand going to be buzzing around. Buckle up indeed. Got through one, Kachuk. We got to go through another. Johnny Autism, shout out, my guy. I hope you're doing okay. I got my dog's ashes, T's and P's, my guy. We all love our pets, and big love, my guy.
Absolutely, my guy. Sucks. But glad you're at least if we can be your ray of sunshine or your THC smoke that's invading your peripherals, we'll be that.
And we've been known to bark a time or two.
And the dog's in the house.
Right. Matt, two of you has given us $5. Thank you so much, sir. Tony Khan should definitely bring in Braun and team him with MJF. I think that'd be great. Can
I talk about my whole MJF Hurt Syndicate theory now, though?
Okay. Yes, you were so excited as we.
Yes, because I've been waiting.
Okay, we had all this open that tour. Like that was literally a balloon to pop. 38% going LA, 29 going Damian, 31% going nobody. So again, not a lot of love for this one, but go shoot. I think I've halfway let it out the cat out of the bag a bit of that. You get Cedric that I think he's 8 days left or so on his 90 days. You get him to show up you think finally MJF's won over Bobby. He's going to do it even after he sat there and said he needed Rogaine and got choked out in the corner. And they get the three thumbs and then Cedric, blam, and nope, we brought in another member that's Cedric and not MJF. And we get an MJF versus Bobby Lashley match, probably all in. Like I am still interested if they go with MJF with the Hurt Syndicate. But I think it's very nice timing. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I still think they could do the Sami Zayn thing, right? Like where he finds a way into the group and he's kind of their little knucklehead. I think this leads to a rejection, leads to a match. And like, I agree with you. Cedric Alexander could, MJF fights Bobby at Double or Nothing. Cedric shows up, screws MJF, and then they all give him a ha-ha. And then MJF does need some friends. Now he'd have to wait almost 90 days to get Braun, but
put him with FTR. Put him with FTR. Pinnacle.
Yeah.
FTR heel. Would that be you make Bobby face and then MJF a heel? Of you rejecting me? I know it's weird. You have heel versus heel,
right? Like everyone's cheering. We heard people. They're popping for the thumbs up and the thumbs down. So yeah, I mean, I think it could work. Where I think the people kind of like the Hurt Syndicate for what they bring to the table.
Well, and you mentioned the Sami Zayn thing, and I can see that, and that's why again. If they don't do anything near that, and we actually get MJF in the Hurt Syndicate for a bit, and then we build to a story between him and Bobby, like a Sammy Roman thing, I'm not exactly mad at it.
I mean, again, you can make it work. Then he becomes the knucklehead, and then when they turn on him, it hurts even more. It sets up a match. I mean, there are opportunities there, and it's been their best kind of storytelling that we get into each week. It's kind of like the one really good pro wrestling segment of the week.
Right. We need to do that, like a top 5 pro wrestling segments of the week.
As Damien going to the second rope, folks, I did see a rumor that Gallus has also been released now.
Oh, don't break KJ's heart. Don't do that live. I'll be here to console him.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed out if it's true because I feel like these guys had a lot to offer and they just never, I don't know, they just never got there. I mean, you look at Hank and Tank as champions. Like Gallus chasing Hank and Tank would be wonderful.
But you have no idea why they went the way they did. Like, that's the thing, is it's not like they weren't great in the ring or weren't in top stories or weren't good on the mic or anything. Like, there was no fault in the game. And they just randomly went from being like one of the top kind of groups and top involved in NXT to lower. And then they go to Evolve. And then now they're not even that much on Evolve.
Yeah,
so it's like, what happened?
They were training The Rock for WrestleMania. Like, they brought in Dallas to get him ready. Like,
Dwayne said, cut him. I can't, they're liability. They know too much. Cut them.
They can confirm I piss in water jugs. So can we, they got to go. They got to go.
Right. They know I have $8 instead of $7. Cut them.
But yeah, we are rolling on this match. Pretty good match to start the show, folks.
Yeah. I feel bad that all the other news is taking it over, but yeah.
Right. I mean, again, news is, we got to do what we got to do, folks.
Absolutely. That was awkward as shit. Have you ever seen someone try and catch someone in a chokehold in the middle of an elbow drop as they're laying on their back?
Yeah.
No, me either.
Oh, no way.
One,
two counts.
Dose.
What was going to keep going?
No, I was just bringing up Damon saying Axeman Fraser versus Pretty Deadly tonight. I'm glad they're announcing matches like they are announcing releases for the fucking company right now.
Release. Release.
Right. Is it a match or is it a release? I don't know.
They're trying to loser leaves the company match.
It's Minesweeper right now. Am I clicking on a match or am I clicking on a release?
Riley Osborne. I mean, Little Orton. I'm shocked.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you put him right there next to Kyle Fletcher and just they do the Spider-Man meme?
Yeah, right. Let them be a tag team.
I'm you. You are me. He's your stunt double.
So, according to Sean Ross, she does not have creative control. Nobody in AEW has creative control in their contract. Hulk Hogan did in WCW. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Mic dropped elbow. 1, 2. Alce knows these two have no chemistry. Yeah. I don't know if it's even like it's still a fine match. Just halfway we've been talking about this, that, and the third beyond it.
Right. Here's a question, Nick, about that topic. You know, you literally, where was the quote?
Is Chris Jericho still employed by that company?
Yeah. So
then someone on that company has creative control, because there ain't no fucking way that we've seen what we've seen of Chris Jericho without creative control. Either that or is Tony that spineless?
Yeah, I would lie.
That everything that has happened has just been because he let it happen.
Yep. Well, again, or he's not only letting it, he's actually dictating it to happen. And you know, you have Tony come out in interviews and say, "I'm letting Moxley call all the shots on his story. It's all Moxley." So is his argument? Well, I let him do that, but I still have final say, so I have creative control. They brought in Jennifer Pepper Potts. I know it's not that; it's just fun to say. But they brought her in for a reason. I don't buy this shit. I mean, they might not have official creative control, but when your boss is too chicken shit to tell you no, you're good to go.
But I think this is his fucking weird way of like, they can't do it until I sign it type of thing. Like, he's like that very like Vince Russo type of shit of like, they still tell me what they're going to do, but I give it the okay that they can do it. So I have final say.
Yeah.
Like, they're respectfully, and I get that they very much want to be behind Mercedes. She's not even the fully one I would say that has creative control. To me, it's Jericho. Don't see Moxley. I don't know. I think Tony might just be literally scared of that man.
That's what it is.
Right. I would say, well, MJF probably did, or he might have worked that or close to that with his new deal. Jericho for fucking sure has that with what we've seen of just slop, repeat. There's no way you can actively think that that's best for your programming.
Right. And again, I think you're in a pickle of, you know, we've said it a million times now, like where do you go with it? But I think you know, a lot of the pressure ends up being on Tony, but again, Tony's got to be very careful what he says out loud, because the wrestling fans will take it and run with it. We saw quotes during WrestleMania weekend that people still misconstrued. But when you say out loud, like, well, you know, I let Mox control everything. He's calling the shot. We're going to take it as, oh, you give him creative control. I mean, again, it's a slippery slope, but it does feel like they're just protecting Mercedes right now because, I mean, she's been what she's been.
You got to buy that $99.99
right.
text app.
Right.
Yeah, I want the first message sent to her. So do you really have creative control?
This is awesome. Chance breaking out. Damien and LA trying to get to their feet. Again, a hard hitting one.
Now I got back in action as Priest getting put up on the top rope here. Spaz with a $5 super chat. Are there any two better examples of you had the world in your hands and you're losing us all daily than Jericho and Mox with TK's money?
Right. It's good.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Sorry, Nick?
No, I was just saying you're not wrong. That's all I was saying.
The only other name I would say in there is the Bucks.
And I would almost put the Bucks over Mox.
Yeah, and maybe Okada a little bit.
Too soon, like
too soon.
Well, no. I'm saying he hasn't been there long enough to really. He's not swole as a fucking leech out here.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Oh, Razor's Edge.
1, 2, 2 3/4.
Uber close.
Right. Yeah, Renegade slop, rinse, repeat.
Right. What's up, Renegade? Al Snow back with us. They should hire me. I'd pop a few of my blood pressure pills and run wild. What does everybody want?
How you try and hold it back and you can't hold it back.
Right. How good would MJF be with Seth, Heyman, and Braun? I don't know. I mean, you worry about will he get overshadowed?
Or would he overshadow? Like, to me, that's oil and water a little bit. Like, if you're going to do that, you do Heyman and MJF solo. You don't put him in a collage.
Oh, yeah.
Seth's the focal point of that. Braun's the up-and-comer with that. If you put MJF there, he instantly battles and is contesting with Seth for mic time.
Yeah. No, that would become the dilemma, right?
Right.
Both, that's a hard spotlight to share, and having the supporting guys work so well.
Oh, LA just hopping up. Super Blacks. 1, 2, dos amigos.
Oh, people kill me. The rage.
Had to crash outs, but I'm sorry. I clicked off of MDB saying tease a piece to Sonya. Yeah, the PFC is no more. It has been torn asunder.
All right. I mean, this match is getting a lot of time, Nick. We're 24 minutes in. We had a first segment promo.
We've had 2 matches announced. I'm not expecting this match to go an hour and a half. The other one goes an hour and a half, and we slide in a Randy in between.
Right. We're gonna have a releases battle royal.
Yeah.
The last person
be too on the nose if WWE did a feast or fired like TNA.
Right. Oh, down on the apron.
Ken saying, "Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Do I need an excuse from my mom? No, but I do require her phone number."
Oh wait, Solo throwing bombs.
So technically, Damian Priest wins because Solo interfered.
Yeah, because Damian was the target. Wasn't a mass taking outing.
Well, and it's going to be interesting of now with Tongaloa's on the sidelines. Tama Tonga's, I guess, either is or about to be on the sidelines. So it's going to be just down to Jacob and Solo. So do you delay the match, the feud, the tension between those two because you don't have the peripheral?
I think so. I think a little bit. We talked about Well, I thought maybe Damage Control was getting back together, but
I guess not.
Oops. Oh, wait, Damien back up. Right hand. BFT.
This is how you're going to start the feud, though, with Solo and Jacob, because Solo will be in the match for Jacob's title.
Yeah, and sticking his nose in the business as well, right? It's just going to piss him off, and the pride, of Jacob, but it's got LA and Damien getting along a little bit here. Right. I got kids to feed. Fatu, this match needs you benched. This one, I never got a chance to read this one yet, but another super chat from Matt. Thank you so much, sir. But yeah, they're picking on Solo. Nobody there to help him. Is this the surprising part?
Oh, no, here comes Jacob.
Here's Jacob. He just floated on that angle. It's a big angry cloud coming your way. Right?
Just a big angry ass Samoan cloud.
Right.
That's that Polynesian Kush just riding in on you.
Right. The fans fought too. So we get it. This is awesome.
Oh my fuck.
Car crash.
Anyone check to make sure Damien's skull is still intact, that it's not out there, over there, some over there?
As Jacob helping Solo. Solo's wobbly, and Jacob celebrates.
Damien does Solo acknowledge Jacob as the tribal chief?
It feels almost like you see that visual there of Jacob's the one standing on top of the stairs, and it's Solo beneath him, right? Like the symbolism, it's not lost in the sense of Jacob's definitely risen the ranks, and it's an interesting time. They're more buddies and partners and friends than my chief, my servant.
Right.
Damn. So what's best? Benched but collecting a steady check, or being released and having more potential opportunities? I picked the latter, but I wonder what everyone else thinks. Depends who you are, right? But I think for a lot of people, you want out. You want to do something.
I'm a peacock and you got to let me fly.
Right? Like, come on, coach, put me in.
Yeah, and if you're not going to put me in, then I need to. Christ, we see it in sports. We see it, Christ, even now at this point in the U.S. college football system and everything with the transfer portal. If you ain't going to play me, then let me go, and I'll go see if I can make my name elsewhere.
150%. Like, I mean, to me, that's not uncommon.
No, but it's so weird of that. Color me shocked. WWE wrestling fans make shit weird. But yeah.
As we're here with Fraxium, they remind us they made their debut last week. Did you hear Dave and Brian Alvarez talking about rushing video packages in AEW because it doesn't work in AEW? Video packages aren't a thing.
So wait, I thought we had the richest, the smartest, the best looking, the best fit wrestling fans in AEW, but their retention span, they're too riddled with ADHD that they can't handle video packages. The best tweet that I saw in response to that was literally O'Shea Jackson Jr. quote tweeting that with laughs in O'Shea Jackson Jr. Literally the same man that the AEW fan base went at like piranhas because he just wanted a fucking video package to maybe at least have a fucking idea of why I'm watching the show. I don't need to Google shit.
Yeah.
And they ate this man alive, and Dave, the biggest pom-pom cheerleader for AEW's, saying their audience has too short of an attention span to retain a video package. To be locked in for a video package. That's why it's car crash wrestling. Vince Russo.
Scientifically proven that people tune out. Well, I guess your packages suck. And why would they? Are they not interested? Are they not diehard fans? Are they not curious what you're presenting? Why would they tune off? Where are they tuning to? What are they watching instead of your show? How bad, how fickle are your fans that you're worried about putting in packages? I saw some guy tweet out, "Stop catering to the casual audience. It's us diehards that built this company. So you don't need to be doing all these packages to bring in an audience that will never be ours." That's the problem.
Send me that so I can quote tweet it with a band from the fucking Titanic playing as the shit goes down type of shit.
Right? Like, fuck, what are we doing?
Right, what? Do you not understand business, motherfucker? And again, still, it's one of those of we need the shirts. You don't work there.
You don't
stop acting like you have a fucking investment in this. Like, no, you should be trying to garner your casual viewers. Christ, we going back to the whole $40,000 in elite package for SummerSlam. They sold the fuck out because there's enough attention, there's enough draw for it. You ain't doing that. We're doing a residency, like we're out there in Vegas at the ECW arena,
right.
all the way from the end of August to the middle of September.
Right. No, it's crazy, man. But we got Pretty Deadly taking on Fraxium up next. I will put a poll up, and we will go from there, folks. It's been a fun one so far. Lots to talk about, as you can tell. We killed off 60 minutes already, and again, it feels like the news is happening as we're live here. So make sure you get in that chat. Let us know what you're thinking, and who are you taking in the next match.
Yeah, and hi if we didn't say hi to you, because again, 60 minutes felt like about 10 seconds right there.
It really did. Am
I the one that just noticed how much Pretty Deadly's music sounds like the fucking Bee Gees, or is that just like
I
just noticed that?
Like
Eurovision, very much.
Right, like, yeah, 100%, Alba, Bee Gees.
Yeah, very, the precursor for like Daft Punk. They're very much, that's why we kind of jokingly called them before Hans and Franz. You're late as hell, Nick. Yeah, what else is new? Thank you for that.
Come on now.
At least that means I'm not pregnant. But Pretty Deadly for the win. Reminds me of ABBA. There you go.
Yeah. They are the dancing queens.
Fair enough. Only took 2 years. You shut the fuck up, C-Money.
But we are in an actual commercial break. I actually get commercials on Friday, but
oh my god, it did happen.
The countdown clock. I don't get actual advertisements anymore, which helps my munchies a little bit. But I will be right back, mon frere.
There you go. We were talking about the Eurovision.
So weird.
It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me for some reason. But yeah, we were talking about the Eurovision, and A, I guess it didn't like me talking about it, and B, he drops me with the mon frere. KJ's green screen cup is killing me. Yeah, it's always funny. It's even a little bit of sometimes I sneak the vitamins, and because of the slides in the center and everything, it looks like I'm just contemplating. I'm in deep thought. 316. There's a number of other NXT releases I'm working on confirming per Fightful. Are you actively like trying to text SRS or something for that? Like, if there are other releases outside of what we've said, please someone let us know, send a source, tell us where you heard it, everything like that. But I believe I'm going to try and rattle them all off from memory right now. We've had Katana Chance, Caden Carter, Jakara Jackson, Shayna Baszler, Braun Strowman, Eddie Thorpe, Dakota Kai, Riley Osborne. I feel like I might be missing somebody, but am I missing anybody? Nick's like a bird. He wants to fly away. Absolutely. I want to fly away. Now you got me thinking of, that's Lenny Kravitz. Why was I thinking of goddamn, Fly Like an Eagle? Oh, that's why I was thinking of goddamn Space Jam. There we go. Again, Lazy Susans. But we ain't ever lazy Susans out here when it comes to the Wrestling for Life Network. We got you covered on anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling, as you can even see beside me. We got the whole merch store. We got the TikToks. We got the Instagrams. We got the Facebooks. We got the Twitters. We got the Discords. We got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs. And trust me, you can see it if you back out of here real quick, and we'll be in a little small frame, but you can still see all of the other streams and everything that we got coming up. Trust me, we got you covered on anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. As I got Michael Bisping and his wonky eye out here. Yes, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We're on the precipice, on the tippy toes of 7K. Yeah, fly like a bird. Jose, what up? Yeah, we're on the ever so close tippy toes as I see 111 people kicking it with us. Let's see if we can keep raising that number up. I saw 120s that time. Let's see if we get to like the 150s, the 200s, this, that, and the thirds. And how many likes we got on the stream? I got to refresh. We got 133. Let's see if we can get 77 likes on here. We'll be 200 likes. I'm hilarious. I don't try to be. I just am. But yeah, no, I appreciate that, Philip. But some say it's a blessing. Some say it's a curse. Trust me, my wife don't appreciate it. But absolutely, again, we cover anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. I'm super jazzed for tonight. I was super jazzed even before we knew all of the releases, and then it became even more of a fun time. And again, the chat, the community, all y'all make this just as much as me and KJ and Anthony and all that. So 100%. The best thing you can do is spread the good gospel. Save people from being released from their future endeavor. Well, actually, I'll put it this way. Future endeavor. People from their terrible podcast and their terrible wrestling content that they're listening to, and start signing them over to the Wrestling for Life Network. That's where we need to go with that. But we are underway with Fraxium versus Pretty Deadly. As Pretty Deadly, I don't know if they're looking like the Dancing Queen or Rainbow Road, but either way, I'm taking Fraxium with this. They just got up here. They've been arguably the best tag team in pro wrestling for the past year, if not the past 2 years. But yeah. Pretty Deadly 4-3. Axiom and Frazier for the win. The resident superheroes of Friday Night Smackdown. Fraxium, absolutely. Not Man and Robin. Not Man. Gallus was released. MDB. KJ's out there in mourning right now. If anyone else would like to fully confirm that, but yeah, so was it Wolfgang? Was it Mark Coffey? Was it Joe Coffey? Was it the whole group entirely? Like that's crazy to me because I remember watching WCPW and everything, and ICW when like Joe Hendry, before Joe Hendry was Joe Hendry, when he was part of the Gallus is done. So KJ out there again, he's out there in mourning. He's confirming. All of them, all three of them. But yeah, I remember seeing when they were part of the Prestige and they were with Joe Hendry. And again, I talked about it earlier that they never seemed to like have a slip up, but they just kept moving backwards for some reason. They were one of the top acts in NXT, and then they moved down the card, and then they moved to Evolve, and then they're not really used on Evolve. Like that's really crazy. Like if I'm Prestige or Progress, Progress. If I'm Progress right now, and they're trying to become the top dogs in the UK scene, I'm counting down the clock. I'm building it up. I'm already on the phone with them. Fraxium right now in control. Now, again, that's not saying that AW or TNA might be calling, but yeah, if I'm UK wrestling, I bring them in full stop. WWE just released me and I don't even get work there. Again, is it too soon? And thank you, Brother Fluff. Shout out for the $5 super chat. Is it too soon? We were gonna do it for like IWC, but is it too soon to release you? I don't even work there merch, or you don't even work there merch right now. But it is going to be interesting. Maybe that'll be, well, I'm sure we'll very much talk about it later tonight, but maybe that might be like the next Rumble something or other, like getting all three of us out here of who ends up where. All three of them, absolutely. Put some respect on their name. As Pretty Deadly with the most convoluted double team move I've ever seen. He rolled through into a backdrop up kick into a clothesline from Hal as we go to commercial break. Did WWE release Lily? They have at least released her on the WWE merch store. I don't know if they've released her from her contract, but yes. So very much add Gallus to the pile of releases so far from WWE today. And again, it's always around this time, and especially when you had staff releases beforehand, that it very much feels like this was coming, if not today, down the road of when we would get talent releases. This happens every year. It sucks. No one's trying to sugarcoat and acts like, oh, I'm so glad they got rid of so-and-so. But it is part of the business. It is part of the situation. You're not out there. It's like cut days in the NFL or any other sport. You're not happy that someone got released, and especially publicly, but you're also, you understand it's part of what goes on. You know, like the reason they can feature a Roxanne, a Julia, a Jordan Grace, a Jeff Cobb if they bring him in, a Hikaleo, a Mariah May, a Wardlow, is because Braun Strowman's not here anymore, or respectfully, a Gigi Dolan, or Katana Chance and Kane Carter. The Eddie Thorpe thing still is halfway like Eddie Thorpe, Shayna Baszler, Jakara Jackson are my like top three really surprises. Well, fuck, and Gallus too. Damn, yeah. There's some that are like surprising just because, and it's with any sort of sport that you ever watch. As I'm in a commercial break right now, but it's still you're seeing talent released, and you always view it with the rose-tinted glasses of, oh, I wish they would. Oh, I wish they could have. What if they did this? And what if they did that? But at the end of the day, it's still, sometimes it's the way fucking shit shakes out. CM Punk's bracelet, Scott. What up? CM Punk's bracelet and Scott or Roman Reigns Ulafala are more over than all the releases combined. Oh. I don't know about that, Scott, but bold take. Bold take. I'll give you that. C Money with Braun released. What does this mean for his tag team partner, Nicholas? He's going solo. Same thing like with Jakara being released, but we still got Lash. Solo run. Lash incoming. Breaking news per Meltzer. Little Jimmy has been released. I mean, that would very much be a Meltzer goddamn story. AW has released EJ and Doka. I think NXT is time to put him on NXT. Damon I saw this a bit. He wasn't released. This was very clearly just they didn't renew his contract. They weren't using him a ton before. They had halfway teased it. Like, they had started to do something really cool with it, and then they just dropped it like a fucking bad habit. Him and NXT wouldn't be a bad show. Him, now do you do him side by side or versus Trick? Like, I think he slides in there with a Javon. Him and Oba together might be a nice little pairing. But so, yeah, I think he was with them. He was mostly a Ring of Honor guy. They didn't renew his contract. He's still young enough. It would be interesting. And now I know I feel weird talking about WWE signing guys, they're cutting people, but yeah. Oh, reverse DDT and DDT to both members, pretty deadly. Standing shooting star press. Who fired Roman's awful waffle? What the fuck, Spaz? Do you think Bayley saved her job with that interview? Jose, I don't think her job was ever in fucking question. That's more of what I'll say with that. Again, this is now where it gets interesting when you have situations like this to where people get released because of this, because of that. Like when you have so much of the business that's shoot, that when they do stuff that's kayfabe, but is meant to come across as a shoot, where the lines get really blurred, and I like that people guess on that. But yeah, no, Bayley's position, Bayley's job was never in question at all, I feel. Hangar, hey. Botch count, don't have one. Does anyone have one? I haven't seen too many, but I've also been talking. 1, 2, dose. So Redbeard stays, they release Braun. Juxtaposition, I guess. The Wyatt 6 saves Redbeard. There you go. John C. What up? Braun needed a Fiend Taker character to push him. The second time they released him, Bray is crying in heaven. John, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but it's not that serious. And I also feel Braun doesn't work as just the lumbering lug, the mindless, Frankenstein's monster type vibe. He works as Spanish Fly, Phoenix Splash, Nathan Frazier 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So Fraxium picks up the win in kind of dominating fashion over Pretty Deadly. So I feel like they're very much hot shotting and fast tracking towards a title match, or at least they're going to be out there with like a Motor City, a DIY. But Braun lands in that in between of top star and monster. I said this before. Of you want to push him as a top guy, and you've had the world title on him before and everything, but he's also the character-wise, the personality, like everything, the whole package only fits if he's dominating. Really, you can get people over by them beating him, but then he has to take time away. You can't use him every week, every month, all of that. He can't be take some wins, take some losses here or there. He's one or the other. He's an on-off. As I got Mishin and BFAB backstage with Aldis. Oh, we're patting down Aldis from the Secret Harvest here. As Chelsea Green is out here. She's an all black. She's in mourning. Last week was rigged. Wait, didn't Priest win? Yes, he won because of disqualification. He won because of disqualification. 2-0. She counted on three different times. Who? The Secret Harvest. BFAB again. I think that's a really good statement with how they feel about what BFAB's doing and the reaction to her. She's not one of the first, on the list.
No, they see me.
I don't know if I'm catching you on the list or not, my guy.
Not on the list. There we go. I'm ready to go.
There you go. Now I recognize you. Now you're on the list.
There you go. I'm back. It's like Clark Kent and Superman.
Right. Who's this man showing up beside me? Is that Ricochet? Is that you?
Letting out all my secrets. But I'm here for Black. Where is he? He'll be here. BFAB's good. I mean, saying BFAB's good might be a jump, but they see something in BFAB. They're keeping her around for now. And again, hopefully she can figure something out. They gave her that bright new entrance. This whole thing with Chelsea is awesome, by the way, as they mourn the loss of the U.S. title.
If I can keep BFAB so if we're looking at this, if I can keep BFAB on a rookie contract deal.
Yeah.
Versus I've got Braun, who's, top 5 talent contract and everything like that. Respectfully, I'll let Braun go, and I can pay BFAB, but I can pay this person, I can pay that person. Yeah, there's still a bunch. This ain't Tony Khan. This ain't infinite funds.
No, and again, when we go back to sports, you see it all the time. Like, we dropped a shit ton of money on a QB, so we're gonna have to find some discount talent, for our O line or our defensive line, whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, you see that balancing. We talked about the Leafs earlier. They put a ton of money in 4 guys. They got to distribute. We got to get a couple discount guys. We got to get a goalie that's not proven yet. That kind of shit.
I see it with the Bills in our wide receiver corps.
Right, exactly. We're but Spaz with another $2. I never lost. Fake news. Yeah, Chelsea's still doing her thing. People were worried about Chelsea dropping that title, but man, she's doing her thing completely.
Well, I'm just glad to see that you're okay after the news official. Gallus no longer here. I will let you mourn and have your severance and have your peace with this, my guy, and say your goodbyes, but I will be right back.
Yeah, again, so if for those who don't know, Gallus is part of the releases, all three members, both Coffee Boys and Wolf. I liked Gallus a lot. I thought there was a lot of upside. I expected Gallus to come in, and they've had a couple of sniffs at the NXT titles. Never panned out, never became anything of substance. They felt like they ended up being used a lot for the developmental training that we talk about, them training the Rock, having really good matches with the likes of Fraxium. So yeah, I mean, is it again not groundbreaking, not a lot of needle movers per se, not a lot of people. I know people like to rage and be kind of caught up in the moment, but realistically nobody on the list was like, oh my God, this dramatically affects the show. Right now, some can argue, I can't believe there's B-Fab, but not Dakota. Again, I mean, it could be a lot of reasons. Price tag might be one of them as well, as far as like Nick said. You can't just give everybody a ton of money. You're not Tony Khan. And I mean, you could, but you can't. Gallus AEW trios, let's go. I'm in. Let's go. Why not? I like them. Yeah, white. Where's black? I read it differently on purpose. That's a dead giveaway. Scott, what did Scott say? Chelsea PM Carney. Let's go. Definitely. I'd vote for Chelsea all day long. Polo, bye-bye, Gallus. Yeah. No, again, it's sad news, folks. And again, if you are just tuning in, they have let go some talent. There's a long list. I'm sure you can find it out there. Dakota Kai, Gigi Dolan, Miles Bourne, Eddie Thorpe, Gallus, Cora Jade, Jakara Jackson. Still really, really surprised with Jakara Jackson. As much as Jakara has been used, did they just get to a point where they felt like Lash was carrying Jakara and therefore Lash they're going to push? Lash might end up on the main roster, but Jakara just wasn't doing it for them long term. I find that surprising. She seemed to have a lot of upside, but we'll see. I mean, see where she lands. Wait, didn't Priest win? Priest won by DQ, maybe? I'm trying to remember. Braun was costing too much money with his street brawls, right? Too much damage. They had to put him on notice. B-Fab is great, though. We haven't seen a lot out of B-Fab. And I mean, she's had a couple clunky matches. I'd like to see a little more quality in ring from B-Fab. And I know I'm getting a little technical here, Mr. MDB, and that's not quite what you were going for. But yeah, I mean, keep her around. It's up to them to decide who they see a future in or who they see long term. And maybe they're wrong. And maybe, Dakota Kai goes to AEW and lights the world on fire. But people said that about Mustafa Ali, who's having a great run. But again, he's on a great run in a different realm. People have said it about other, oh my God, FTR is going to light it up. One of the best tag teams in the world, they're not doing a lot right now. We did it with, who out of it? Adam Copeland. Oh my God. Edge. They abandoned the trademark, then apparently went back and got it again. So my question becomes, are people really going to get a chance to move somewhere else like the competitor and really turn it up, really make it something that matters? Because it's great if Tony signs all these people, gives them big fat paydays. But if they're just another bunch of people collecting money to sit at home, it doesn't mean a whole lot. KJ made the best idea. How about Gallus with Moxley? Take down Claudio and Yuta. I mean, I think there's a lot of upside to Gallus. I mean, I really want to see where they go. I mean, again, another solid tag team. To me, their style really does fit like a TNA Smash Mouth, but, well within the confines of the ring, right? Very almost traditionalist in that way. So I think, Gallus would be much better, but Moxley is the problem no matter who's with him. As I'm getting an ad right now, if you're wondering, for Randy Orton, John Cena, Backlash, undisputed title, Paul, not for nothing, people getting fired in the real world every day. I don't care too much about people on WWE or AEW. Again, the good news is they're in a place where they can land another job. Even if you can't get with one of the bigger promotions, you know, especially coming out of WWE, getting booked in indies. I know it's not ideal, but again, I think they'll land on their feet. They'll be okay. It is a part of life. It is. I've been there. I've been on the wrong side of budget cuts. It's never a good feeling. It sucks. You start running everything through your head, not just about the wage and that kind of thing, but you start questioning your ability. Like if you're a young athlete, wrestler trying to make your way, and all of a sudden the company you want to work for lets you go, you start wondering, like, did I make the right choices? Am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? As I got Nia Jax coming out to the ring, folks. Keep that chat coming. Keep things busy here. As, yeah, more news. We will break it as it happens. I love the people out there who are now tweeting. Full release list. Click this link. Just scroll down further, folks. Don't click any links. There was no reason to hide the comment. I don't know what happened. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what happened. For not for nothing, got that one. Be nice, Dale. 316, sincerely, again, simmer down, boys. The wrenches are letting people know. I'm not sure what we were on, but behave, be nice, be friendly, keep those gloves above the waist at all times. As I am getting a replay of what happened last week, the return of Nia Jax, jumping Tiffy. I don't really want Nia in this position. I kind of want Naomi to go get that belt. I know Nick can hear me. What's good, friends? Smoke him if you got him. Danny, how you doing? How you doing, Danny? Craig, good to see you. Roll Tide, welcome back. Gallus as the Bucks heater. I think Braun Strowman with MJF would be hilarious. I think it'd be really cool, especially if we are expecting Wardlow to move on. Nick going Tiffy time, but right now it's Nia time. Again, I think the Bucks could use a solid heavy. Like you got to find a way to make the Bucks feel legitimate and make the Bucks feel more than just little kids. And I think they have a better potential of getting like Dominic Mysterio heat if they had guys to hide behind. The problem is they act like the tough guys, even though there's chicken shit. But here we go. Tiffy interrupting Nia Jax. Dale's a bull. Be nice, be nice, be nice. I'll put everybody in the penalty box. I'll turn this damn show around. Let's go. Let's go. Isn't the whole time a loaded question? Always cool. I'm fired up for the Kentucky. Apparently. I can't say I've ever been to the Derby, so I hope it's a good time. I hope you have a very cool hat. Nick, not really. Did he? Not really. Tiffy time. Now you're just tormenting him. Daddy, chill, right? Like, come on now. Come on, folks. We're better than that. Let's all play along. Nia Jax, beautiful. I like it. Let's go. Bring the positivity. And again, do your best to keep politics and nonsense out of the chat. This is your escape from all the chaos that's out in the world. And wrenches, be kind. Be kind. Right? Let's go. Mom's on pause. She'll be back. Charlotte get released? No. Sorry, Roddy. A lot of people are going to be disappointed. I did see some comments out there. I can't believe they have Charlotte. Naomi back at it. How's everyone feeling out there about Naomi right now? Do you like the new look? Do you like the new music? Do you like the new attitude? How is Naomi doing for you? Let me know out there. No knee pad nonsense. The patrol on the loose. Let's go. Nia Jax looks like evil Disney queen. Yeah. Under the sea. Let's go. You two made my life hell. So now evil Naomi wants revenge on, Tiffy and Nia, who when they were heels, tormented Naomi. Sup, George? How you doing? How you doing? I don't know. I mean, again, the guy seems to be very athletic, great shape, a lot of upside. Again, I mean, I think it's up in the air. Could he land? Maybe. I mean, MLW likes to pick up guys like him. Maybe a few indie spots out there for him. But again, I mean, you can't rule out TNA. I don't know if he's a name that jumps off the page to fall in somewhere in the AEW. Again, if you're trying to save spots or be smart about who you're bringing in, he might not do it right now. But ultimately, again, if he keeps working at it, he still wants to do it. I think there's a way for him to pull it off. Ooh, okay. I'll push you under a car. Uh-oh, we got a storm. Jade not done with Naomi. Charlotte Flair was at the Lakers game. With people tried to make it look like she was there with A-Rod. I think Shane was there as well. But Jade. So we're going to get Jade and Tiffy versus Nia and Naomi. Smooth little interaction. Oh, Nia rolls out through the bottom rope. And we're off and running. Looks like we might get a tag team match, player. I miss Asuka. Asuka coming back. I mean, my buddy, the Hobbit, I think there was a time where just a couple days ago we were talking about Asuka coming back and Kyrie coming back and the group all coming back together, and then Dakota would return. I was wrong. But again, it goes to prove that we're unscripted. We're not trying to be reporters. But yeah, I guess Dakota's on her way out, and we'll see what happens with a returning Asuka and Kyrie. And I know I'm missing a name in there, but Io's your champ. How does it all work out? So a potential main event, Jade and Tiffy, Naomi and Nia. Naomi had the worst ground and pound I've ever last week. I'll never get over it. I do know what you're talking about, Mr. Noob. And again, that's something, I mean, I keep talking about LFG and we see it this week where getting mad at guys for, just whiffing. Like those obvious, when there's air in a punch like that, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I always think back to the OG Dark Order. Speaking of Dark Orders.
Well, I was going to say, am I more air in a punch or whiffing? Which one am I of those? But yeah.
You don't whiff, bro. You don't whiff.
People wish I whiffed. But yeah. So are we getting Tiffy Storm?
Tiffy Storm. But look, we're getting the replay.
I showed up just in time.
That's not bad. Not bad. Nobody returned. No big surprise.
So I heard the chat trying to throw me off there.
Right.
We got Naomi. That's not a big return.
This is our new weekly segment of insert say, right? I go to the fridge. What did he say?
I go to the fridge and grab some milk. Milk. It's not so cold. Yeah. I like some cat. See. Oh.
Player, let's go. Another meaningless tag match isn't going anywhere. Well, Roll Tide, I would disagree because you are setting up something for that world title. Naomi wants a title shot. Nia wants a title shot as well. Jade's now in the mix. I hate to say it. Fatal 4-way.
Well, no, you're interweaving stories. You still get Nia versus Tiffany. You still get Jade versus Naomi.
Right.
Which, again, still, like, that's the worst shit ever.
That was bad ground and pound. Never want to hear that out loud. The Lady Bloodline versus Jade and Tiffy. Let's go.
Ooh.
Funny how common occurrence that y'all announce Australian PLE the same day as a bunch of releases. Yeah, again, one that has nothing to do with the other. I mean, they're still going to book shows, bro.
316, respectfully, it's much like your other comment that you were bitching about and everything like that, of you just putting fucking wires together. You're putting a red wire next to a blue wire and surprised when the shit doesn't spark and everything, my guy. Respectfully, like, we haven't even talked about WWE going to Perth in October. We barely touched on AEW pretty much taking up residency in the ECW arena and the 2300 arena from all the end of August through the middle of September. Like, respectfully, I appreciate you, but shut the fuck up sometimes. Sorry.
We got the Miz in the ring.
Oh God, I almost thought it was Logan Paul for half a second. I leached back in terror.
But again, we're about to we're gonna be a little quiet. Oh no, we're going to commercial first, you bastards. Up next.
I came back and all the commercials came with me.
Right. The main event, so it might be the main event tonight, is the women's tag team match. It could be a train wreck, it could be really good. I have no idea. It could really be a clunky match. We'll see how this goes.
I'm now especially interested. You get Naomi and Jade in the ring together. You can go really smooth, or this is icebergs.
Right. At least they're on the same team.
No, they're opponents.
No,
Jade and Nia.
Oh, I thought you said Nia and Naomi.
Sorry, I might have said Naomi, but Nia.
Okay,
Nia and Naomi versus Jade and Tiffany. Well, that's the thing, is not all four women in this match have not shown their best stuff lately.
I would agree with that. Like, we're still kind of waiting for Jade to everyone's watching her to kind of catch a stride. Nia's going to get heat no matter what Nia does. People are very, kind of hung up on old Nia. Tiffy kind of got cold. Charlotte kind of cooled Tiffy off a little. And again, Naomi might be the hottest one of the group, actually.
Yeah. Well, also Jade, though, with her coming back, and trust me, you saw the pictures of everybody that was at ringside of like, I'm not trying to look, but I'm going to look. Everyone's doing that strong ass side eye.
Right. Alan, good to see again. I think we talked a lot about this tonight, but yeah, I think with this many people released, they'll be distributed across the place. Like, I mean, there's also like, we could see Gallus go back to something like Rev Pro. There's a lot of things out there.
Well, should we like super quick, rapid fire? I say the name. Where do they go?
Okay.
So Dakota Kai.
TNA.
Okay. I would go AEW, but fair enough.
I could see her landing there too as well. Yes.
Chance and Carter.
Maybe nowhere.
TNA. If not MLW. Do they do a GCW bid?
Maybe. I mean, again, they're not. They have talent. There's something there, but we'll see if they can move.
Very TNA. Knockouts tag division.
Yeah, put them in there with the Spitfires.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually pick the Spitfires that time.
Brawny the Strowman.
Man, I think if I was Tony Khan, I'd get Braun. I'd get Braun just because the clicks. Like, if you announce, like, if you get your favorite, Uncle Dave to leak out, Braun is heading to AEW about 10 days before the end of that non-compete. I think it would create such a buzz. And if you did it right, like if Braun Strowman was like the heater for the Bucks or MJF, like if he had that type of role, it's newsworthy and it's positive news. I would almost consider it.
Wardlow or was Paige or Kenny kind of the heater for the Bucks?
They never really had a heater because they act like tough guys, and that's bullshit.
Right, but I almost want to say TNA, and you have him versus Moose type of shit, and he's a guy, and I think that schedule you have enough. You can work him in and work him out.
Well, it'd be funny if like him against Joe Hendry, TNA for the TNA title, big heel Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman becomes TNA champ, ends up at WrestleMania taking an RKO. It'd be perfect.
He can reunite his feud with Elijah, and he can bring out the cello and everything.
See, I could see TNA World Champion Braun Strowman. I can't really in my head picture AEW World Champion Braun Strowman. He'd be doing jobs for Darby,
Facts. Shayna Baszler. AEW.
I could see her fit AEW. More than I mean, she's a tough one because I think she don't want to be in no locker room that's fucking around. They will find out.
I like this. Give Braun the Camille spot. KJ Petty White.
Yeah, make him Mercedes heater. Actually, now that you
Oh Jesus, he's
right,
Mercedes Luther.
right.
Stoner Jesus, what up? May the blunt be with you. All of that. Eddie Thorpe, TNA. Well, maybe AEW, but I Eddie Thorpe, I can see being a champ either way.
Yeah, TNA MLW for me on that one. I don't know. Again, I think he's kind of a bigger, hard-hitting guy. Sure, could they sign him? But I think TNA MLW, kind of like imagine him going running it back with Dijak over at MLW. Not a bad
and
show.
You got Hammerstone. You got Riddle.
Dude, here we go. Lights out.
Did they just put the lyrics up just so I could read it?
Right.
Oh no, they got rid of it. They blew it away.
I want to see. That'd be awesome, dude. It's so good, so good.
But I still always want to call him Malachi. But yeah, and he's still selling the eye injury in 5 years in the game.
5 years later,
right? He still has one of the coldest entrances
absolutely
of recent wrestling. Even when he was in AEW, when he came out, the House of Black, it was dope as shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, Julia Hart still has one of the best entrances going, and I mean, it was unfortunate that they couldn't do more with that group. I feel like they were.
Sorry, I'm out here just jamming. It really sounds like if Rage Against the Machine's vocalist was singing a metal song.
Right. All my TV says is foreboding music.
Foreboding music. Dun, dun, dun. I need a screen capture of that. Like that needs to be a post of I figured out the lyrics to Malachi's song. Foreboding music.
Foreboding music. I'll see if I can pull that off. That's jokes. Well,
it's fucking funny. And he is so talented. And he's very much, it's so funny that you now see these Triple H guys like Malachi comes back. I almost said comes black, but no, he is black. But yeah. Get that check, folks. How fitting that his wife wins the title, smooches him, and as he's walking out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Malachi Black. I didn't even remember to put a poll up because we all kind of know how this one's going, right?
Over under 5 minutes?
Under for sure.
Ducks out of the black mass right there. So 9:13 bell ring. So if it ends at 9:18, we got 5 minutes. Anything beyond that's over.
All right. It's got to be black, right? Like, I mean, let's not fuck this one up. This one's a fucking layup.
100%. I'm Rain Man at the casino playing, the roulette wheel. It's got to be black.
Black. Would they still have to wait 90? I wonder if they would be willing to, like, hey, Indy had to wait still, so maybe not. But I wonder, hey, can we just get our hands on so-and-so before, this pay-per-view or that show?
Well, that very much would be interesting. You mentioned that did they tip their hat towards letting, say, another company know that they might be working with, or even another company that they just purchased of, hey, we're about to release these people, and these are the releases. These are the contracts we didn't renew, because that's the big thing. The contract that they didn't renew can show up on TV tomorrow.
Yes, and Malachi on fire. Tricks, the backflip into the crisscross applesauce, and then matrix that shit and back up and running.
Right?
Look, he looks good.
He's very matrixy. But would it ever be interesting? I think it still happens of like, we tell you we're not going to renew your contract, but you still have like 3 weeks on your contract.
Yeah, that's and again, a very common thing. We've seen that before, so it is a possibility for sure. But I said it when they first got into bed with each other with TNA, and people were freaking out. And I did feel like, yes, WWE is going to get Jordan Grace. WWE might get Joe Hendry. WWE is going to get somebody. But look, AEW got 3 guys out of TNA recently, 3 quality guys out of TNA. So it's not just WWE TNA has to worry about, which I do find a little ironic with the people who are freaking out. But part of the relationship with WWE is this kind of situation. They can bring in 4 or 5 people now that really bolster their roster.
Yeah, just on the contract that they were paying one person.
Right?
Foreboding music. What the fuck?
Foreboding
For the
music.
win. Yeah. MDB's loving the Mrs. Knee Pads.
There you go.
Vance is talking to 316. Larry saying, I said a dirty word. Well, shout out Larry. It's been a while since we've had the battle of the Larrys out here, but yeah, I tend to say a few dirty words from time to time. Which again, is it still too late to say, we're apologizing in advance of if we say dirty words like we did earlier?
We do. I know people don't read very much, and I just in general, me included. But down at the bottom of the bottom of the description does warn people that we're a little, colorful, and whatever we say is that of our opinion, not that of the channel.
I pick blue.
Right.
We said we're colorful, so I'm picking a fucking color.
Blue. I'm blue. I've never seen a blue duck before.
I've never seen a blue duck before, so I drew a blue duck. That 100% would be fucking me.
Right. But right now, Miz got a little bit of pressure, and we have gone over 5 minutes on this one.
Well, you're including. No, we're still got a minute, and you're including fucking commercials.
Oh, okay.
God damn it. Oh, no, you can have that.
What's that?
Dealing with the releases, but I'm here. Boston Black's music has been in my work playlist for years and still is killer track.
Absolutely.
Remember when WWE, like when wrestling theme songs were songs you would just listen to?
Yes, they need to get back to that. And the AEW does have them. Like if you do a pro, like, who's better in that category, AEW has them beat.
Oh yeah, I still will throw it on every now and then. Top rope, big pressure, apply. Yeah, swerve when I try. Yeah, swerve when I try.
Boom is a good one.
Yeah, there's not that many with like WWE right now that like you're listening to the song. You're just more of like, I know who that is, and then next.
Right. But it sounds cool. It's provocative. It gets the people going.
Exactly.
As Miz working over Malachi right now.
I like this from Jose, and very fitting for tonight and what I said of this channel works blue.
Let's go.
We are adults, so we speak like adults, folks.
It's true. It is very true.
Yeah.
And we do speak our mind, whether it's a mess or not. Whoever does WWE's music, John, I forget their name, Dev Rebel.
Well, no, they got released allegedly for like the 17th time.
Right. Hit the dance, Nick.
Pose, strike a pose. I don't know what dance I was supposed to hit.
Oh, Miz with the clothesline in the corner. It sounds.
Sorry.
Right, CFO. All right, Code Orange.
Give me Jim Johnson.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Jim Johnson's old. I mean, like,
I don't care. He made bangers.
Yeah, but would he still would the 80s and 90s bangers work now?
Yeah, because I still listen to him now.
Fair enough. Like, would he relate?
And I also like though with the Titantrons of I still want to like just instead of a giant nameplate, right? Show me a video package. Show me halfway something with them.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about this a lot. The Royal Rumble is so hard nowadays. Like, we talked about the last two that we covered of like, what the fuck? Like, wait. Oh, it's so and so. You're like, that's not good.
You literally don't react until you see them because you don't know the song, anything.
Right. Alistair flips up. Love it. Let's go.
1, 2, dos.
Moonsault DDT. Darius, how you doing?
Yeah, so see, he's agreeing of saying that they still would work today.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think because we love him so much. My only question was, would it relate to like the current audience. Like, but I mean, like you said, he made bangers. He old though.
You still, but how many songs did he make that you still know right now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Versus, like, how many songs Def Rebel or CFO made that you know right now?
Yeah, it's not a fair comparable. 2 count, 2 count. Good little match here. I'm surprised it's this competitive. But again,
I don't mind it of being it's the introductory for Alistair. I wonder if we're gonna use this to get Carmelo into this. I hope.
Oh, maybe. And again, I think part of it becomes I think we underestimate the Miz a little. All right, it's fair. He's a 2-time Grand Slam champion. He's gonna not get squashed. Fair enough. Where's Sheamus?
Someone check on him. The Scottish lads got released. Someone check on him.
Maybe the news takes longer to get here from Ireland. Somebody check.
Oh, please don't you put that out there. He would slot into the IC division, him versus Dom, something like that.
I mean, again, people get behind Sheamus. They like him. I got no problem with that. I mean, again, it's just where I find that people got disinterested in Sheamus no matter what he was doing. And the last time he was really kind of cool. I mean, oh, wow.
Sheamus is very much the vet.
Sorry.
He is. No, you're good.
No, just an amazing counter as he goes for the skull-crushing finale. Malachi flips out of it. Black Mass. Amazing. And this is why you put him in with the Miz. Miz sells the shit out of it.
Yeah, and when's the last time you saw someone hit it like that to where it's almost like a jumping knee strike versus a spinning back kick? Oh, he's picking him back up again to do it again. Oh, here comes Carmelo. Missed him. Oh, roll up. 1, 2.
Wait, what happened? Oh,
Black
there's
Mass.
Black Mass.
Starched his ass.
There we go. There we go. I miscalled it, folks.
1, 2, 3.
It just sits up and looks at Carmelo. No, they even look at Carmelo.
Yeah, no, but he just starched his ass. Of even then, when you said it was the Black Mass the first time, it was like a goddamn spinning knee. Like this man's literally Muay Thai trained.
Oh, sits down. Now he's staring down Carmelo.
This is the match I want to see. Think about it. We're a breath away from Malachi versus Andrade again.
I'm in, man. Let's go. Let's go. And if you can get your hands on Murphy, let's go.
I mean, maybe.
You got to run that back, man. Murphy and Alistair were phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. Well, would you want to see Alistair versus Darth Shinsuke?
Yeah, I thought that's where they were going to start him until Shinsuke kind of went on the back burner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anyone check on Shinsuke? Someone make sure he's okay.
That was it. We saw him in the Andre.
I know, but it went today. Make sure Annie okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Right. Tony would throw a lot of money at Shinsuke.
Oh yeah, him versus Okada, or him with Okada,
right? Shinsuke versus Ospreay. I mean, you're running back some New Japan stuff now.
Oh yeah,
you pay big for it. Malachi looks good. I mean, setting up Carmelo Malachi is not a terrible idea,
right? Oh, Escobar and Fenix. Yeah, you could very much could just run back all of New Japan if you've got especially now with Naito being a free agent, you bring in Naito, Okada, Shinsuke, you got Ospreay, you got this. You just turn AW into New Japan Light, New Japan US.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Again, I mean, people need to calm down a little bit about some of this business. People get all worked up to the point where they overlook things and I personally have no problem with it. Like people said the WWE was going to pillage TNA and they were going to take all their stars and and then Tony picks up and scoops up three big names from them. And everyone's like, great job. You're like, wait, I thought it matters who does it then, I guess. So ultimately, I have no issue with the companies playing hardball and playing proper and being in for themselves. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's just, I think we all need to breathe and understand, like, a lot of wrestlers are going to get a second opportunity or a new opportunity out of this situation. It sucks today, but again, I mean, it will be okay.
It sucks today, but it will be brighter tomorrow, as Cora Jade has allegedly already changed her name to Elena Black.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Do you have a problem? Let's go. Yo, I'm in. Santos versus Phoenix?
Now, how do you feel, though, if we had literally one and a half matches advertised for tonight? Every match that we've had tonight has been built through the show.
It drives me a little nuts. I mean, it's one of two things, and I'll take the opinion of everybody at large here. I mean, are you hoping the brand sells itself strong enough that you tune in no matter what's announced? Is that their flex on this? But to me, I like knowing a few things. Give us a little bit. You don't have to give us the whole thing, but give us a taste. Like one match and one segment announced heading into a 3-hour show doesn't suffice for me.
Well, I'll put it this way. I've already made plans tomorrow when we're not on stream and everything. I'm going to watch the Thunderbolts and everything. I didn't sit there and buy tickets for the movie just because it's called fucking Thunderbolts. I bought tickets because of the fucking trailer, because I know this, because I know that going into it. Sell me as to why I want to tune into the fucking show outside of just the brand. The brand will never be bigger than what you're actually advertising. Multiple companies have tried it. It will never work. The NFL will never be bigger than an athlete. The UFCs we've seen right now, they're struggling a bit because they don't have stars that will carry that brand.
It's coming. I've seen a lot of debate about that lately, and as a fight fan, it's been interesting times for them. Again, the same thing though. If you don't sell us on the stars, even in a sport like that, people get disinterested. We wanted, the big names that throughout the lineage, the superstars stand out. The superstars sell tickets, but ultimately, I like to know some of it. I remember every once in a while there would be a match that was supposed to happen, and it would get bumped because something else happens. And then the next week that match would happen, and they're like, due to an issue last week, due to whatever this was, we got to run this match tonight. And it would kind of added like a real feel to it. I don't mind it, especially doing what we do. I mean, I try and make a graphic, and I got one picture.
I try to make it pretty.
What's that?
No, I was just saying, you're like, I try to make it pretty, and I don't have so much. But yeah, no, Boston said
on all night,
right? But Boston saying, I like not knowing every match going into the show. That's how it used to be. Well, respect to not knowing every match, you at least knew fucking some.
I mean, Tony does a pretty good job of putting out 3-4 matches before every Wednesday, and the last, I'd say, a little while, maybe a month or so now, he tends to announce 1 or 2 matches Wednesday afternoon. When going into the show, he'll just splash up. I think sometimes it's the ones that he doesn't want to give people a lot of time to criticize, so he'll throw them up late. By the way, you're getting this splat. But ultimately, I think AEW does a good job of giving me 4 or 5 things to kind of look forward to. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting thing for WWE of just they'll tune in. They don't need to know. I think there's some stuff that happened tonight you could have told us was going to happen.
Yeah, respectfully, as B Hockey out here. God, taking the belt off a goat like Chelsea to give it to a crowd deflator like Zelina. Oh, saying Zelina's a crowd deflator. I don't.
Yeah.
Does your volume work on your speaker, sir?
Yeah. I don't mind it, and Chelsea's fine, and Chelsea can get it back. It's a nice little story. And again, I like a little hot potato. I can't be too critical, Nick, because I was public about me being, having some desire to watch these belts bounce around a little bit. So, yeah, for my money, I'm okay with Zelina. Surprise win.
Yeah, well, you eventually have to have something happen with Chelsea. She can't just run through everybody, and you have it go to Zelina, who is very much a feel-good story. The fans get behind her. How fitting that you have her win the belt the same time that her husband shows up and everything. No one's, again, same thing a la Jey Uso. No one's saying she's got to hold it for months, years, what have you. But the fact that she won it is a nice touch, and it does help prolong and move forward the story. And as you hit the cough button, and I don't know if you found it back.
I did not find it back. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And I think we've had a lot of long title runs, and I think it leads to a little bit of monotony. So to see kind of belts bounce around a little, I like the fact that several times recently, you and I have looked at each other and been like, holy shit, did not see that coming. That's happened several times.
Right. Larry asking, will we stream the Wrestling Takedown Federation or the Real American Wrestling?
The Real American Wrestling, brother. As I'm getting a clip of Pat and Steph.
We're getting a whole video back. We're hyping up Pat, which, by the way, I guess happy birthday, Pat. But yeah. Happy
birthday.
Did you also see, though, that A and B Hog, I see you. Yes, I did compare those two of Zelina and Jay, and you can have that, you can deal with it. But that Pat is going to be out there with Gunther, and that might be the foreshadowing for Goldberg versus Gunther, and also that Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, might be in Pat's corner.
Yeah, now that added a whole new layer for me, because I know there's been some criticism about booking this. If that's an excuse to get Scott back in, I'm in. I don't give a fuck who. I mean, it'll just be fun to watch. If you gave us vignettes of like Pat training and Big Papa Pump being like his coach, it'd be fucking hilarious.
You got a 33 to 30% chances. Hey, Dion Dawkins. Even when I'm not talking about the Bills, they put the Bills in front of me, and I love how fitting is it that I got my starting left tackle out here, big WWE fan,
right?
And I'm out here watching this.
Right. Is Zelina doing her best Mercedes Mone impersonation here? I don't know.
No, she's not charging people to text her, but yes,
crazy. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with this. I have no interest in this Hogan thing. They're trying to pitch it like it's going to be some big deal. I mean, maybe some point, morbid curiosity, we pull it up and see what's up.
Well, did you see Hogan out there with like the NWO like spray painted like Rogan-y, like black beardy attachment, what have you? Yeah, he was borrowing from Lexus King heavy there.
Right. As here comes Piper Niven.
Well, yes, we got the Secret Harvest as we're out here in mourning.
Hanging on to some Scottish pride still. So we're good. But Piper against Zelina. I guess I should have put that in a poll. And again, you know what? Chelsea didn't drop the belt and just disappear. We're still having this. Now Zelina's got to stick and move to hold on to that belt.
Your Scottish representation left is Piper Niven, Alba Fire, and Drew McIntyre.
Yep. It got cut in
half. That's it.
It got cut at least in half.
Right? Yeah, we're replaying the Zelina win last week. And do you have anything to add with B Hockey, or do you want me to answer?
I didn't know. I didn't say it. I don't know. Did you say that?
Well, I was saying I compared it of no one's saying that either one of them has to have a super long reign. Like I know we discussed last night of you and Anthony just want to see me crash out of Logan Paul wins, it beats Jey Uso at Backlash. I don't think that's the case, but I'm not saying that Zelina's about to hold the women's U.S. title through SummerSlam and everything.
For a year, here we go, Roman Reigns the second.
Right.
But we're off and running. Piper versus Zelina. Get your votes in, folks. Who you taking? And we got lots more coming your way. Again, not advertised, so we'll just keep looking at other people.
Randall Keys.
Oh! Piper on the booty.
Who you got?
Vega.
I'll take Piper.
I think Vega rolls her up and runs away.
Actually, that's not a bad shout of. Yeah, she gets the sneaky win and she climbs her way back towards Chelsea.
Need her in the mouth.
That's what she said. Zelina Vega for the win. Vega for the win. Joe Hendry versus RKO at WrestleMania. Is it NXT? It's main roster. Fair. I don't know what we were arguing there. Craig, when will Morgan drop the belts? Apparently not in a month or so. Because this jaw-dropping, record-breaking, historic, gigantic week that she's about to have with this movie that she's in. They expect that she won't be gone longer than a month, so they ain't even doing anything to fuck up creative.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we'll see what happens. Maybe they do, hot potato it to somebody, and or maybe again, it's not like the women's tag team fights a lot, so they might.
Especially when you cut Jakara Jackson and you break her away from Lash Legend.
Well, I mean, Lash is about to go on a solo run, bro.
She could have gone on a tag run, bro. Well, I respect you, bro.
She gonna, do her thing, bro.
Turn into double Vince Russo. I respect you, bro.
We don't know each other.
It's a work, bro. Don't work yourself into a shoot, bro.
Bro. As live tonight, Randy Orton, all the bros in the house. Vega for the win. What did the chat say? 76% Vega, 16 Piper, 8 to nobody.
I still always find it funny now that we've introduced nobody in the poll, how much they get a pick.
I like the one when nobody wins.
It's like the indifference selection.
Right? Bro. Oh, Piper kicking. Come on, bro.
Everybody, come on, bro. Let's go, bro.
Come on, bro. Big match, bro. Big match, bro. Look, just dropping her on her face.
I'm telling you, bro. Hogan, Bash at the Beach, 2000. He was supposed to go over Jarrett. Everything that happened there, bro, was supposed to happen. Yeah, no.
Bro.
Get out of here with that.
We had a deal, bro. We had a deal, bro. You look.
It was because I didn't call him the next day, bro. Not because I called him a bald son of a bitch, bro.
Right. As for those who can't see, Piper is in control of Vega right now. And again, the Hervis all in black in mourning, in honor of the lost belt. Big boot, bro.
Big boot, bro.
Big boot, bro. Fire.
We did bro merch. Do we owe royalties to Riddle or
everybody?
Russo?
Everybody. The lineup.
Right?
Would be a lineup asking for a change on that one.
I halfway just started laughing because I thought of Johnny Cash of "See the Bro in Black."
Right. Could you see Mariah May, DMD, and WWE very soon? DMD, I don't know. She's still on the roster page. There's mixed messages out there. Some people said she was released. Some people said she wasn't. Mariah May still has time on her contract as well, so we don't know when that's going to happen. But again, Mariah May for sure. I think you could do a lot with Mariah May. But DMD, her commitment level will be the question, I think, for me.
Mariah May seems all but set and delivered at this point, which is weird almost because I know she's not, to my knowledge, not close to the end of her contract.
Apparently, she asked to be out. And she said, she didn't want to go on any longer after dropping the belt to Tony.
Yeah, and we see how that's worked out with fucking Tony.
Yeah.
So I expect August, September 2300 probably shows. Sneaking in Mariah May's out of AEW. That's I feel roughly around when her contract would probably end anyways. The Britt Baker thing is really weird to me. I last I knew she had like 2 years on her contract.
Yeah.
And her commitment, her attitude of everything really makes me question if someone's going to invest in that. Are you going to throw a pissy fit then when I sign you and want to fuck off back over there?
Yeah, I think it would be a very similar conversation that Triple H had with Punk, where if he was interested, if one of the scouts, like a Regal, said, listen, this Brit lady has something, we could use her, give it a shot. I think the conversation would be very much of, we would love to bring you in, but you got to understand how people perceive you. This is your chance to prove everybody wrong. And if they could have her dialed in and well-conditioned and in good shape and learn some of the the little intricacies of wrestling that she didn't have in AEW, she could be a star. She could be a champ.
Oh, 100%. If she was there and dialed in, she could be your Charlotte, your Becky. She's that tier level.
She's in the mix.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is if she could be there. Like, it's one thing with Punk, because Punk had been there before. Punk knew to an extent what he was jumping into bed with.
Yeah.
Great. It's still that dancing game of, are you gonna not be an asshole? Essentially.
Well, I think that was the same thing with Punk as well, though, of like, listen, man.
He had been there before. He had been there.
Yeah, but he was an asshole before, especially to the boss that's currently running it. So that's the conversation of like, I think Triple H just said it in an interviews of like, man, if we were the same guy we were 10 years ago, then we're, what are we doing? So I think that's the kind of the thing. It's just this idea of people think you're a cancer, a pain in the ass, sign here. We'll polish up your image. We'll put you in the ring. We'll make people eat some words. And they high five.
Show up in WWE?
What's that?
Paige show up in WWE?
I think you can do something with her. I mean, I had such a teenage crush on Paige once upon a time, and I still see there's value in her. I don't think they used her right in AEW.
GM of the women's roster. GM of the women's roster.
Right? I don't think she's an active like week-to-week wrestler.
No. I'm saying you put her as the authority figure of the women's roster across both shows. She was the authority figure for a while. I mean, Sonya, if you weren't to use her as a wrestler, you could have done something like that with it. That's why you have Paige on screen. She's been in that position before. She still draws eyes. She's still got a personality. You have her be the Ava Raine of the women's division across both shows.
Yeah, absolutely. As Piper has Vega up on the second row, folks. Grand Theft Auto, is this just a rib now? Is this a rib? It's just like every little while we'll tease a date and watch all the nerds freak out and then not release it. Like, is that what the rib is? Are they fucking with us?
Fair, kind of. At this point, I've stopped caring. Like, I waited until like a while ago to even get GTA 5 because I knew how long we were going to be waiting on GTA 6.
Oh, Meteora.
1, 2.
2.
I can't talk. I'm out there still playing like, NHL 2021 and shit and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy. You play the sports games, you get like 1 or 2 editions that like, this is the best version. The rest kind of suck.
Right. Oh, popped off her back. Pause. Oh.
Black Hole Slam.
Good match. Picking up a little here. There's a few names still on the AEW roster page. We went through it on Wednesday. That I think they're either a little slow to update their stuff, which is silly. But I also do think certain names you keep on your roster page as long as possible. You don't want to have to really admit they're gone.
I don't want to admit defeat.
Right. Well, plus, if I'm a wrestling fan and I stumble on the roster page and, oh, look, they work here.
I Google search Paige, and she's still going to pull up as actively on the AEW women's roster.
Yeah.
Even though she don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
I might tune in AEW just to hope I see him.
Down goes Piper.
Piper's in the pits.
No, 316. Their women's division. I mean, I don't want to say it's not deep enough, but they don't get enough. Where are you going to like? They'll just be belts for the sake of belts.
Pro wrestling as a whole, stop fucking adding titles.
No more belts.
No more. We've reached the line of demarcation. We've reached the point of saturation. No more fucking title belts. If you can't make mid-card belts that you added in the same year as your WrestleMania mean we're the fuck on WrestleMania, stop adding belts across the board.
Right? Piper blocking the code red, headbutt, Meteora.
You read it. They said it.
That's funny. Good job, MDB. How long do you think until Wardlow shows up? Dude, he been in the parking lot of Full Sail doing laps for 6 months. Set up
I've been around the performance center at night.
Right? They're like, hey, that big guy's still here.
He's now. Oh, Piper takes out
Roll
Chelsea.
up.
Roll two, 1, 2, 3. It makes perfect sense.
What a win for Vega! Chelsea upset again. That's how this goes.
This is your match at Backlash. Zelina versus Chelsea back for the title.
Yeah, let's go. But it's good. Another big win for Zelina, feeling good. Again, that's how you do it. Roll it up and get out of there, Zelina.
Yeah, where was everyone that was cheering for her at Backlash Puerto Rico that all of a sudden fucking diminished and everything?
Well, I mean, the hometown crowd does go loud.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. I'm sick of your shit.
I didn't realize how goddamn tall Jacob was, dude. He's looking all this eye to eye.
And I mean, he's a big fucking dude, bro.
He's the gorilla versus the 100 men. I'm telling you right now, my guy. Which, by the way, even beyond any argument of whoever's there, if you see the first 3 people just get demolished, what is 4, 5, and 6 thinking? Why the fuck am I still charging?
Right.
I just saw 1, 2, and 3 get destroyed.
Yeah, you'd be like, wait.
Drew McIntyre won. Technically, Drew McIntyre won the match. He's the number 1 contender.
Look,
we setting up Jacob versus Drew?
Yeah, Jacob looking at him like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
Why don't you shut the fuck up a little bit?
Shut up, bro. Why are you fucking with me, bro? Mind your own business.
Let's keep it 100.
Line them all up.
I'm a dog walk there.
And a big pop right away.
Can I have a phone setting to where I just all my notifications are like motivational quotes from Jacob Fatu and everything? Like I got a text from KJ. I'm a dog walk there, bitch. I got a phone call. Yada I mean.
Right? All gas, no brakes.
I'm on the chain with it.
No, Solo, you are. Wow. Solo says to Nick Aldis, this is not over. And Aldis says, no, Solo, you are. Oh, and not over in a good way. So tonight, Jade, Tiffany, Naomi, and Nia.
Tiffy Storm versus Nijax. Yeah. I was trying to combine the names. It doesn't quite work that well. Caution may cause injury.
This is the dumbest shit. The internet, we are really getting just dumber as a group. As a collective group, we are pulling each other down with
idiocracy is becoming more and more a reality by the day.
Getting heated about it. What is wrong with people? Bro, you're so dumb, man. What the fuck?
Why are you getting heated about a hypothetical situation?
I'll tell you what, you go fight the gorilla. Fuck it.
You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
Fucking hell. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in a commercial break. The show rolls on. It's been a fast night as we are approaching 10 o'clock. Still lots more to come, lots more to go, lots more minutes on the clock to get through. It's going to be a fun one, though. And we do have a big tag title match coming up.
Right.
But more coming your way as the show flies through. Feel Good Friday, by the way. Jacob is so good. Dialed in, Kevin. Just natural charisma at such a high level, Nick.
Is this when we say told you so, or do we wait a little while to still say I told you so, I fucking told you so, I fucking told you so? Because if you've ever seen Jacob Fatu in any platform, anywhere before WWE, you knew this was going to happen. We were talking when he first showed up. We were already worried, he's going to run through Solo and dominate and be more impactful than him. And we were already lining up Roman versus Jacob here. So again, this is a toe-to-toe, a fucking toe-to-toe of this is he's delivering on everything that was expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100%. All gas, no brakes. And that's what it feels like with Jacob. Not just a catchphrase, not just a cool thing to throw on a t-shirt. That's how this man lives. All gas, no brakes. Move, bitch. Get out the way. And I don't know who's going to stop him. I think like he pops off those lines and the crowd goes nuts. He is going to be one of those guys the crowd just wants to see show up and fuck some shit up. And that's what he does best.
They were chanting last week with fa two, fa two, fa two, fa two. So absolutely.
Yeah.
This man showed up in a backwards Oakland Raiders jersey in the middle of California and was over like goddamn Rover. He's been legit. Like I said, if we sat there, we're almost anticipating waiting for him versus Roman. Like that was our Rock versus Roman situation is a Jacob versus Roman match.
Right. People out here trying to fight orangutans. Like, come on, Chim Chim. This is ridiculous. Oh,
hoop-de-wee, I want to be like you.
That again, like, is the funniest debate ever. And I'm like, let's just find
what
out.
What the fucking Jungle Book is going on with Twitter right now? Honestly.
Oh, dude, it blows my mind ultimately. But yeah, folks, don't forget, go get your merch, go get your fun stuff. We got lots more coming your way, including Randy Orton is to be in the building tonight. And again, I think the main event's going to be a women's tag match. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be right back.
There you go. KJ taking a pause. He's going to go find a tree to scratch his back on here. I will admit, I do that. You know, the bear. I do the blue shit and everything when I'm scratching my back. But yeah, why are we out here fighting gorillas? Why are we out here fighting orangutans and all of this shit? Like, are we that bored with us as a society? Because trust me, we got a lot of other shit to figure out. Versus we're out here trying to, yeah, we're not out here trying to fight Mighty Joe Young. Mighty Joe Young versus King Kong. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Yeah, no, King Kong's winning that. If we're going, do we need to go into like kaiju big battle tournament type shit here? We're devolved. Yes, we are devolving as a fucking species. Absolutely. And I feel like some of the social media apps very much play a part in that. Idiocracy, we're getting closer to it day by day. It used to be satire. Now it's foreboding. Nick, would you watch the Kentucky Derby if Aaron Judge was at the event? Fair? I mean, I would still watch the Kentucky Derby. I believe, I don't know if it's tomorrow or if it's next weekend. It's still always halfway interesting. I'm not going to be one of those hoity-toity fuckwits that's, I'm going to spend $10,000 on a goddamn derby outfit. Is anyone out there watching only if Judge was riding a horse? He might be a horse, honestly. Have you looked at that man's fucking jawline and smile line and everything? He might be a horse. Yeah, we are at Idiocracy. We're getting there. I say we've got Camacho as fucking president. So we're halfway there. But yeah, I was talking about the goddamn derby. Yeah. Moving on. It'll come back to me like a goddamn lazy Susan. We all need an epic Jacob Vatu versus Braun Breaker rivalry. Down the road, that'll be a Survivor Series match. U.S. champ versus IC champ. Well, shit, you just dropped it. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of what I was talking about with. As I got Randall Keith coming out. Randy Orton. I'll move on from the lazy Susan. $10,000 for an outfit, more like for tickets to the Derby. Fair enough. Well, either goddamn way, like, yeah, you're paying all of this and making a big hullabaloo to fucking watch horses run in a goddamn circle. But I digress. And these people bitch about us watching wrestling. But anyways. Yeah. Spaz with a $5 super chat. Would you rather face a land shark in ground beef boxers or an ocean elephant in a bamboo thong? Fuck. Well, Christ, that's depending on parameters, but what exactly defines a land shark? Like a shark on land? Because them fuckers, I know they're still mammals, so they can still breathe oxygen and shit. But yeah, a shark on land does worse than an elephant in water because they can still out there be, trumpeting along and everything. As you take the cake for the most vitamin question of the night. Yeah, spaz, no vitamins makes sense of that. Yeah, that was the most vitamin ass question, but I guess I'll take the elephant. Or no, I'll take the shark, actually. Yeah, no, fuck it. They ain't gonna be, they don't know how to do that well on land. A serpentine pattern, and I got him. But yeah, we're big enough. How does everyone feel as we've had the greatest of all time with Edge and Copeland now at this point. Granted, WWE's filing back for the trademark of Edge, but that was also a backlash as well, if I remember. So we've had the greatest of all time to where they sat there and brought in Howard Finkel's voice from the Great Beyond when it was Cope versus Randall Keith. And now we're going to get, the last of a generation, one last time, the last dance. We're getting Kobe LeBron here and type shit of Randy versus John Cena. Also at a backlash. Sorry. Matt Riddle. What? John Cena was here. Back in 2009, I would have never thought Randy Orton would be hugging kids during his set. Yeah. Well, 2009, Randy Orton was a fucking menace to society. That's when he was bald Randy Orton, when he's out there punt kicking and setting off pyros, was a menace to society. But I still think it's crazy that Randy's like, I'm almost wondering, like, he's still talented, but he's at the fucking Joe Flacco level of he sat there and sent off Copeland Edge with the greatest match of all time, or whatever the fuck they called it. And now he's going to be in Taylor's oldest time with him versus Cena. Arguably, Randy versus Cena, that's their two biggest, that's their rivalry. When both of them retire, when both of them are put in the Hall of Fame, that's the rivalry they're known for. It's the same thing with, like, an Austin Rock, probably a Hunter Sean, a bit of. Would you say with a Roman, is it a Brock? Is it a Seth? Yeah. Is it a Cody? Honestly. Nick, other than USA, ocean, elephant, everywhere else is a reference to the walrus. Okay. I didn't know we were breaking down, genealogy and everything, but either way, you're proving my point more of that we're closer to being aquatic than a shark on land. So I'll still take the shark on land. Is this going to be the next tweet thing for 2 months of, instead of one guy versus, or 100 guys versus a gorilla, would you take a shark on land or an elephant in the water? Scott, Nick, are you paying homage to your favorite NES game paperboy with that hat? I've been wearing this same hat, and respectfully, honestly, this same short sleeve hoodie every SmackDown stream I've been on. Well, been wearing the hat every stream. But yeah, I think now at this point we've officially crossed the line of I have been official like a referee whistle 3 years on the channel. I know the channel's been a little bit longer than I on the channel, but I think we're roundabout, because I know I started on the SmackDown in the last hour, but so I think we might be right around that 3-year mark as the crowd's chanting CM Punk and Randy. There are elephants that can swim. Yes, I know. That's why I picked the goddamn shark. The shark can't crawl. The elephant can swim. A shark on land going to end up being bacon bits messing with me. Fair enough. Be sashimi. Be a California roll. Fucking quicker than a hiccup. Yeah, see? as Randy bringing up the PG era. This feels almost like a halfway out of body experience of WWE mentioning the PG era. Normally, that's only a thing fans mention, I guess. You didn't care about the boys. Jose Elephant's very good. So, all right, we're moving on from Elephant versus Shark as I got Randall Keith out here saying John wasn't one of the boys. This is so, and now that this is kind of like the two old gunslingers at the saloon here, now you really kind of question, is this Randy telling you what is, or is he saying it to keep the story along? But mentioning John Cena wasn't one of the guys. He wasn't out there with the boys. He was out there and he made sure he looked prim, proper. He was out there for this interview and that press conference and this and that, which granted he was the face of the company. But Randy the backbone and John was the face? Question. Oh. The reason why he never raised a family himself is because he was busy raising all of your kids. John, the only thing you have raised is the price of your merchandise. I do like the angle of I've raised your kids. And I really especially liked when John was bringing down the whole countdown clock of you've got me for X amount of appearances left. Don't waste them. Don't misuse them. Appreciate them while you got them, because when they're out, they're out. Respect. It's so super interesting to think 2025, we're getting John Cena versus Randy Orton for the world title, but Randy Orton's the babyface and John Cena's the heel. Like, what coma did I fall into that sent me back 20 years? Alexander, what up? Bradley, yep, I can definitely see that. What did MDB say? AB Johnson, Orton hugging children in the crowd. What is he, a presidential candidate? I mean, I'd vote for him. John C. Hope Randy kills the legend of John Cena, but we all know that's not happening. If there was if it's not going to be Cody Rhodes as John Cena's last opponent, who would you guys and gals have it be? Real champion. Nah. You are the latest legend that I have to put down. So we're going back to legend killer Randy Orton. And speaking of either a legend, he's a legend and a killer, but not a legend killer.
Right.
KJ White.
Let's go. I'll take both.
Yeah. How you feeling? Go.
This is good.
That Lego shaved head.
Right.
It's like a fucking fever dream. Randy's the baby face and John's the heel.
Yeah, it's Bizarro World.
KJ's the ice cream killer.
Yeah, I'll fuck up some ice cream.
Well, we've been public of our infatuation for ice cream cakes versus real cakes. Just saying.
Okay. Oh, great promo from Randy. And I know there's been a lot of talk about elephants and lions, but let's be real. A lion and a tuna. Okay, first off, a lion swimming in the ocean. Lions don't like water. If you place them near a river or some sort of water source, that makes sense. But if you find yourself in the ocean with a tuna, no, I'm not going to do the whole thing. But that's
I was going to say, we form a sophisticated breathing situation. Everything. Right. No, I believe the question was, as Randy cuts a hell of a goddamn promo as we set up for Backlash. But it was essentially, I think it boiled down to, would you rather face a shark on land or an elephant in the water?
So stupid.
Yes, well, motherfucker, welcome to the internet.
Oh, how deep in the water are we going?
I don't care, but I know a shark out of the water ain't gonna do shit to me.
Ain't gonna do much.
It can just chomp there as long as I stay away from there.
Just sit on it and wait for them.
Just beat it with a stick.
Randy's neck is so veiny. Easy, bro. Easy, bro. As we got Nia and Naomi trying to have a chit chat. Sure.
Well, okay. And there's been the discussion of Naomi may or may not be too long for WWE self-inflicted Jacob.
What the hell?
Is this fucking Penta?
Phoenix.
FedEx, yeah, it has to be. Well, I'm like, yeah, it's gotta be. It's FedEx versus Escobar.
Right. The later it gets, the more the Chad digresses. LOL. Yeah, it just whittles down. It gets late. The feel goods. It's a Friday. As here comes Phoenix.
Yes, as we got lions, bears, elephants, and I'm not going to read that last one, but oh my.
Oh my. As Phoenix is going to take on Escobar, which should be a banger of a match. Really good entrance. Let's go. I'm talking to him, not paying attention. Friday, let's go. Who do you got, folks? As Phoenix going to take on Escobar up next. Should be a fun one. Going to another commercial break. Phoenix, that entrance. Great entrance. I didn't realize there was like a little bit of something at the beginning there. I was like, who is this? What up with Jobber Wyatt 6? Maybe they're on the wrong list at 316. I have no idea. Lots of rumors. There's talk that Alexa's going to lead them, but I don't know. I don't believe it till I see it. We'll have to wait and see what's going on with the Wyatt 6. I mean, lots of questions there. So I'm getting a commercial for Evolve right now. How many people out there are watching Evolve? I'm curious. Are you watching it every week? Phoenix for the win. Got Phoenix. John Cena going to prepare for the hostile audience at Backlash. How is he going to prepare? Well, again, John Cena's used to it. John Cena is all about getting a reaction. And for 20 plus years, John Cena has been getting a reaction one way or the other. People respond to him. Some people think he sucks. Some people adore him. Either way, the St. Louis crowd should be pretty hostile. It's a perfect spot for Randy. I think we will be here next week. No, we'll be here Thursday for our prediction show, for the Backlash prediction show. And it's going to be interesting. I think John Cena might get the W here. I think John Cena should get the W here. It's going to be a hell of a match. A lot of fun. They're going to take us on a ride. There's history. I think John Cena's checking off a few names on his way out the door. Bo Dallas is injured. I heard he was almost good to go, MDB. Again, I have to double check with my sources, but Bo Dallas, I believe, is close to coming back. It is a little unfortunate, but he is so pivotal. I think sometimes, just because somebody gets hurt doesn't mean everybody has to sit out. In this case, Howdy's so pivotal to all this, you can't really push the story forward if Bo is hurt. And really bad timing for Bo to get hurt. He barely got back into it. I will never watch Evolve. I will never evolve, KJ. Clearly, Jose. This chat, sometimes us. I mean, who am I kidding? We're always evolving. Look at us now. Got that one. Ray Phoenix for the win. What is the chat saying? Phoenix 84%, Escobar 11, nobody getting 5, as we're about a minute and a half away from the start of the show, or the end of the commercial, the start of the match. I am watching Evolve, KJ. It's good show. Good to hear. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Yeah, that's how we roll around here. Hey, Source. Yeah, bro. I haven't watched Evolve since the first episode. It's too much wrestling going on already, and I have other interests. Facts. I mean, again, there's so much wrestling content, and I mean, again, a guy like me at times, I'm even watching old wrestling. I mean, they put that Big E hosting the classic Raw moments. Been watching that just because. Dark Side of the Ring just because. So it's not even just the main shows. It's just so much content. Evolve I've peeked into, I've seen clips of, haven't watched it consistently, but I am kind of curious how it's going over there. I hope Kiana James isn't released because she made a good impression on Adam Pearce. So I read an article today. Again, take it with a grain of salt. But Kiana James, they're high on. They drafted her last year. She got injured. And apparently she's close to coming back. And they see something in her. I see something in her. I know it's been a hot topic here on the channel. But I do think Kiana James is a long-running heel if she can get in there and stay healthy and do her thing. I think she's a bright young talent. I think she's a better heel than babyface, but I think she can really wrestle. I think she's got a great look, and I think her attitude works. So we'll see. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Mr. Wendy Chu watches Evolve for obvious, right? Wendy's killing it, man. Got to give Wendy some love. Come on now. How many matches, Backlash pay-per-view so far? Off the top of my head, 3, right? And then a couple teased. But officially, we're getting John Cena, Randy Orton. We're getting Pat Gunther. What else is been locked in? We think we're going to get something with Seth and Braun, maybe Punk and Roman. I don't know. Jacob looks like he's heading towards a match. I feel like I'm missing one. Who's got something? Dale, I see your comment, and yeah, Kiana's purse. Hashtag Kiana's purse is a little lighter, so her bra is not. But nonetheless, I digress. Kiana James is coming back soon. My queen, all the queens, just scooping them up. MDB, Ray Phoenix for the win. Let me see something. As Randy is in the back. Oh, R-Truth. R-Truth is mad about his childhood hero being talked to like that. Oh, Bird Lady, Becky Lynch, and then, so official. Jacob fought to LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. Fatal 4-way for the U.S. title. So 4 matches. Maybe we get one more. I don't expect more than 6. So room for 2. Jimmy trying to help R-Truth. They did announce the Fatal 4-way. Thank you. Conan. Jey Uso, Logan Paul. Hasn't officially been announced, right? So, again, could be coming soon. Now with the releases, WWE has 9 months to build and push 5 new stars. Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, you're opening room, you're opening doors. And from a business standpoint, it's a necessary thing. We keep using the comparable all night long to sports, right? Your team wants to get better. Somebody's got to go. And you pick, there might be people that we perceive as, why didn't you release that person? Why did you let this person go instead of that person? But ultimately, the company has to see what they think's best and what the best fit is for the overall dynamic. So, yeah, it sucks someone like Dakota Kai's not there anymore. But was she moving the needle? Was she getting a lot of interest? I don't know. But if they're planning on, who are they going to give that time to? If it's Kyrie or Asuka, or if it's somebody that's currently there that's not being used a lot, then maybe that's not so bad. But here comes Santos Escobar. Again, Phoenix winning the vote substantially. I hope they give this time to go. Cena wouldn't lie to Truth. No, it's his childhood hero, man. R-Truth not happy. Jimmy warning him he's going to get his head kicked off. I like R-Truth being loyal to Cena. I like it too, but I think they almost should have a moment or a match. R-Truth is definitely a candidate for R-Truth is a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Absolutely. Not the brightest light bulb, not the sharpest knife. R-Truth is R-Truth, but we love him for it. Apparently, Nikita working TNA tapings. Wouldn't surprise me. And again, I think right now for me with Nikita Lyons, reps. Get in the ring. She has a lot of kind of proving to do from a fan base standpoint Can she stay healthy? Can she be more than just an internet girl, a TikTok girl kind of thing? Is there more substance to her? We will find out. Cena wouldn't lie. Got that one. That is if even had a brain to begin with. Well, again, I give the man credit. Smart enough to be funny. But we are off and running. Phoenix about to hook up with Santos, folks. People don't realize wrestling is more than just wrestling. Sometimes it's your ability to promote the company or be an asset outside of the ring. It's that, again, but it's the, are you connecting with the audience? When, are you selling merchandise? Is the crowd quiet during your matches? Are you the right fit overall? Like, again, there's a lot of questions to be asked. And if you look at your women's roster and you think, okay, we're bringing up Julia, we're bringing up Stephanie, we're bringing up Roxy, what do we do? What do we do? Well, is Dakota better than Julia? I think at this point in time, I take Julia. I mean, would you take Roxy or Dakota? I think I'd take Roxy. Jordan Grace is right behind that. Zaria's there. Then you get names like Sol Ruka. I mean, Jakara Jackson, I'm a little surprised that, you could have kept her around, see what she could do in a singles run. But I don't know. That one surprises me quite a bit. Speaking of surprising me quite a bit.
They broke up the best tag team, and now do I fit in as, an underutilized talent or not the sharpest crane in the knife drawer?
Not the sharpest crayon. We've got a few going now. That's good.
Right?
Ray Phoenix, Curry, man, that's funny as hell. Santos talking shit the entire time he's beating up Phoenix. Crowd's a little quiet at the moment, though.
Well, and we always said Escobar was just doing Andrade better than Andrade.
And he really was, or is.
Yeah, but it's even, going back to the whole release thing, I know we've talked about it, but it is the most topical thing to talk about. Is it also a little bit of price? You look at the Bills roster of, hey, we got rid of Stephon Diggs so we can have 4 other wide receivers and everybody eats here type of thing. Like, cool, we let Von Miller go.
Right.
But now do we sign the young, upstart that can replace him, and we've now got him locked in for the next 4 years versus an aging talent that is asking for a high price tag.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, again, and you can only throw the ball to so many people, so you got to figure that out quick. As Phoenix and Escobar rolling on, and I completely agree with that, Nick. Will Cena rough up Truth, then R-Truth gets an epiphany. I think there should be an epiphany moment for Truth, and on a Monday night or a Friday night that John Cena's booked, you kind of just throw that match at us for fun. I think as an ode to R-Truth, John Cena owes it to R-Truth to give him one match on his way out the door.
And that's when we really know John Cena's a heel, when he destroyed R-Truth.
Right. I'm okay with that. I think we can kind of go that way. Again, I think he is announced that part of this return tour is he'll be on a couple Raws and such. I think it would be nothing problem with R-Truth getting himself in trouble.
Well, if it's not Cody, who would you have be John's last match?
I don't think it's gonna be Cody, but
you don't think it's going to Cody at all? You think, does John ride off into the sunset as a heel, or does he have a redemption arc?
I still feel like he's going to have a redemption out the door. Like I feel like there's going to be a moment, and maybe like that last Saturday night main event. If let's say that's what he does in December, it's like by the time we get there, people love him again, and we all kind of say, it's like it's his night, it's his goodbye.
Well, there was the whole talk of that they were going to do a whole premium live event centered around John Cena.
Yeah, maybe that's it. The Saturday main event instead of a whole premium live event.
I still think, though, it ends with Cody. This heel turn started with Cody. It ends with Cody.
So Cody gets the belt back, goes into 2026 as champ?
Well, it's also worrisome because can you make Cena a face and keep Cody a face without Cody turning heel?
I'm interested, and I worry that could be the case. What about CM Punk?
That's a bridge that's got to get crossed at some point.
Oh, for sure. And people, dude,
is that your SummerSlam? Or this, I feel like SummerSlam is going to be the start of the Cena redemption tour.
Could be. I mean, it'd be interesting. And I mean, if you had Punk beat Cena on Cena's way out the door, it is an opportunity for a heel Cody to go after Punk.
Oh,
right. And I know the way it stands now, but man, I had to chirp a few of the journalists out there. Reports are there will be a draft sometime this year. Thank you.
well, all right. I'm gonna read this super chat. We're in a commercial, and then I'm gonna speak my piece on all of that. But LJ from BK with $2.99 saying R-Truth gets kicked in the head, and we get Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy might help R-Truth with a win over Cena. But yeah, no, anyone, and I do mean anyone, I feel at this point, that says they're a fucking journalist in wrestling, they don't know shit. And especially we've seen it now with the whole move, with everyone going to this acting role and that acting role. They know less about the world beyond wrestling than they do even with the world in wrestling. They are just educated fucking guessing. And unfortunately, they've sold you a bag of fucking beans and everything for $14.99 or $5.99 or what have you, that they'll let you know the secrets and the ins and outs and everything. Congratulations. Guess what? We do it for goddamn free and do it every night and better and more consistently, honestly, than they do. Because guess what? We actually watch the fucking show. We're telling you that it almost at times bothersome of me. I feel like we're talking about stories we talked about 2 months ago, and now the dirt sheets are talking about it and everything. Congratulations. We've already talked about it, analyzed it, debated it, and moved the fuck on from it. And now you're just bringing it up.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm glad you could catch up.
Right. But right now, I completely agree, man. I love that all around. So, but and again, it's true.
Oh, trust me, I can keep going. Trust me, if I need to, I can keep going.
It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like sometime this year, like it's like, sometime this week, a wrestling match will happen. Thank you.
Spoiler alert: water is wet.
What I liked was some of them, like especially with the AAA thing. Oh, breaking news: WWE gets deal with AAA. Click here for more. And it's like, wait, you just found out with me. You found out with me. What are we clicking for?
Matter of fact, you found out after me. Fuck are we talking about? Nick is in accepted some stages of grief. Absolutely. I'm just taking down everyone. Oh, I like this. Con Ross crap.
Right. As Santos has done a good job taking the crowd out of the energy, really working Phoenix down. The crowd is getting hyped up for Phoenix, but Santos keeps cutting them off. So I like this match so far.
Yeah, it's a shame how much they don't use Latin American talent and everything on WWE, right? Again, I swear to fuck, half these people report shit like they don't watch the actual show. They just
that part is they
echo Twitter. Like, I'm so sorry. I'll let me say this and I'll let you finish. Kanye West. But I'm so sick of seeing other people regurgitate Dave's fucking statements that are just literally fucking opinion, that are literally more tone deaf than even what we say of, and based on as much information as we have to go with. Like, if Dave's a source, then we're a fucking source at this point.
100%. I mean, at least we're watching it live, and then we're reading the same shit they're reading. I mean, again, it's
and don't get paid.
Well, we're working on that part. It's coming soon.
Shut up! You're not supposed to tell them we're a show.
Nice move. Match is picking up in a hurry. I like this match a lot, guys. Punk has to. I love this, and I agree with you, Boston. The idea that Cena wants to leave with the belt, and if Punk's the one that stops him and says, you're not going anywhere with that belt. The irony and the story that's tied to it with Punk walking out with the belt is so nice. It's such a pretty package, Nick. Pause.
Right. Well, I don't want to talk too much over this match, but I do like this stuff from John of Nick. Are you anti-SRS? Fightful, I will say, is at least the most credible out of the bunch, but they are still very much late to the fucking party on a lot of shit, and they will hide obvious stories behind paywalls.
Yeah, they'll hide obvious stories behind paywalls. And I feel like, again, I think Sean sometimes pushes the internet agenda. Like he goes on rants about things that everyone's already mad about because, then he'll get the, oh, yeah, fucking right. Yeah, like you did good. And,
To me, it's the biggest issue I have is if you're going to act like an asshole, expect to have an asshole come back.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is 100% everything we say and all of that, whether it's you, I, the channel as a whole, whatever, we'll stand on business 100%. But we're saying what we feel and everything.
Wow. Oh, caught him. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I mean, again, if you can't create your own narrative and not expect to be called out for it.
And then walk back shit, and just there's a whole bunch of fucking shit to unpack. And again, a lot of these people, I'll say this, are journalists in name only.
Facts. Though I am starting to become a fan of Brian Alvarez, I'm not going to lie. He keeps making really good points. It's driving me nuts. I call a spade a spade. I mean, Brian keeps coming out and saying shit like, I was thinking that. This is weird.
Yeah, well, and instantly everybody clickbait. He's clickbait. Be bugging out some. Yeah, it's a dangerous drug. It's a dangerous drug. I'll say that. Sean blocks everyone. Conross, sap of shameful. Honestly, at this point, yeah. That won't know. And even with Alvarez, that's the thing is, we'll call a spade a spade. If you're gonna tell the honest story and everything like that, if you're being true to it, good on you. We've dunked on Alvarez for the longest time. If you were calling him Cabana Boy Alvarez and all that, so absolutely.
Oh, Phoenix fighting out. Somebody said this is a very mid SmackDown. I mean, I would say I'm somewhere between mid and pretty good. Oh!
Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos. Oh my God! How do you do that with
Meteor? That's gotta break your knees. Like you can't do that every week.
No, how is that your finisher? That's insane. The top rope Meteora. Phoenix with a win. I liked the match. I think the crowd was a little quiet in parts of it, but they kind of got up for the ending. So they're up on their feet now.
I will respectfully say I almost feel like I need to rewatch SmackDown, though, because we've been so talking about the releases and this and everything. Like, it's still been a solid SmackDown, but like to get the true scope, I guess I'd almost have to rewatch it. But yeah,
there's not a good pace to it, right? So,
well, it's interesting as shit because they only really had 1.5 matches advertised for it. Yeah. Everything else has been literally built in the show.
Right. KJ and Brian Alvarez is going to go do Karate in the Garage. Me and Nick first.
Did we just trust me? It's been a minute since we were out there. Did we just become best friends? Well, I said it while you were on your pause, and I cannot confirm the official date. I can look it up if I really need to, but I think I'm roundabout of official 3 years. You and I doing this thing outside of the channel, but 3 years you and I, because it was a SmackDown I showed up on.
Yeah, we got to be pretty close. Right. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss it. It's such a terrible partner.
Oh yeah, I need a divorce. I'm filing.
I'll bring you flowers. I'll treat you.
I don't want to wait.
I can't support anyone who calls themselves a journalist and then doesn't follow the code of ethics of journalism. It's actually disgusting to me. Hey, good show.
This is why, like I said, most of them are journalists in name only. And this is why they are JNAs, journalists in name only.
Right.
JNOs.
Journalists in name only.
That's why we're pundits, we're personalities. I will never consider myself a fucking journalist. I'm not breaking any news or anything. I am just talking about what is happening.
Right. As we just had a segment of Backstage, Tiffany and Jade not getting along at all. So that is still to come tonight. We're getting close. I mean, it has gone fast. A urinalist.
They're urinalist.
Right.
Oh, where was it? Larry, KJ and Nick just don't do buck beds.
So much room for activities.
Right. Now who's getting top bunk?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking who's getting top bunk.
You.
Is that just I'm American? I invaded the territory.
No, you might have to go bottom bunk, you big bastard.
Yeah, gravity, physics, fucker.
Right. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, no.
Do you want the biggest human being on top of you?
Yeah, no, we're good. SRS at times tells the truth about issues with wrestling. I'm not saying he doesn't. I just don't. I think sometimes he's a bit whiny for me.
It's you let personal shit get involved. Like that's the thing is Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, and I'm going NFL because I'm not Canadian. But they report stories and that's their story. They'll every now and then maybe get a little involved with their opinion. Mm-hmm. I feel when it comes to SRS, yes, you will, it's still factual, but it's a lot of opinion involved with that shit. And again, that's why there is no journalism in wrestling. There is opinion-based reporting.
Absolutely, Nick. As we roll through a commercial break, folks, Nia versus Jade next week, #1 contenders match. Interesting that Naomi got left out of that equation. So I'm curious how that plays out. And this could be a terrifying match. I mean, tonight's match might be interesting, but interesting.
Yeah, we were going to have Clunk followed by Junk.
Clunk and Junk all up in the trunk tonight.
That's the anti-team for Hank and Tank is Clunk and Junk.
Right. Geno's, let's go. Geno's, can we please see your quad? The quad daddy wants to see a quad.
Oh,
like it's parked out back.
I was gonna say, what?
Right? Clunk and Junk in
the bunks.
5-star match incoming. Let's go. We're about a minute and a half away, folks. And I will remind everybody, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a part of the family, be a part of all the shows. We got so much coming your way. 188 likes on tonight's stream. If we got 12 people out there with a thumb, we need, it'd be nice to get to 200. We only need 12. Let's go. But we appreciate it, folks. We got more and more and more coming your way.
Right. I was out here trying to sound smart of saying even if we have 6 with 2 thumbs, then we're halfway there.
6 with 2 thumbs. Too. Fair enough. SRS has been vocal on the issues with women's wrestling lately with other people. But yeah, I think at times he's completely wrong about that opinion. So, haha.
Yeah. I don't know if I exactly want to champion people that get offended on other people's behalf type shit.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to sit there and crucify specific individuals, but it is very much it is the new term that we're going with of journalist in name only. But that very much seems to be fitting with a lot of these people.
Right. No, I agree with that. I mean, again, it is what it is, and we don't want to beat it to death all night. We got more coming your way, folks, and yeah, I mean they are what they are, and they continually make themselves look bad. I saw a thread today, stop putting JD in your timeline. Other people are mad at other people. I just know who you're reading and understand why you're reading them. Again, it is what it is. I've been blocked by a couple of them for obvious reasons. And who cares? I mean, they're full of shit. They've proven they're full of shit.
They do what we do, or what they do because we do what we do and everything. Yeah.
But $10 from Spaz. Respectfully, all the people that say too many shows, too many PLEs, shows too long, PLEs too long, too many belts. Do they not see that reducing all those things means less people employed? To an extent, Spaz. And I mean, again, I think there's a way big difference. Like there are too many belts for sure. The PLEs you shouldn't have the PLEs on WWE are locked in. You shouldn't have a pay-per-view that goes 6-7 hours unless it's compelling for 6-7 hours. It's got to be strong if you're going to do it. Yeah, I mean, again, I think ultimately we got to dial it back. We're going to 2-hour SmackDowns.
Well, Action Jackson, what up? And I like MDB real quick of Nick and KJ are not showing anything below the beard, you filthy animals. Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Didn't even put it in a super chat. Just say, show us some leg. Show us a
show me your feet. I want feet
right?
pics. Tony Atlas, is that you? But no, is there very much is still a point of oversaturation when it comes to wrestling. We've both been through that of, I know still you talked about watching Evolve, and I'm still one of those of, I won't watch live wrestling content, but I'll watch like somebody break down an old WCW pay-per-view, whatever.
Right.
Like I'll still watch wrestling, but yeah, it's not the same of, there is a point to where you have almost too much wrestling right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, we do go into overload. I mean, especially doing something like, all right, we hit WrestleMania, 2-night main event extravaganza, 4-night overall. If you take in all the other shit they did, all the other shows that pop up, I felt like by the time we got to Wednesday after Mania, we were just burnt out. And then you got AEW and their pay-per-views. Like, look, we got coming up. We got a pay-per-view on the 10th of May, and then 2 weeks later, we got 3 pay-per-views all in the same weekend. So, I mean, again, some of the shows are not going to be A's. They're not all going to be home runs. They're not all going to be grand slams. We just want you consistently good. Oh, right. Escobar's mad at.
We're not asking. Oh, Andrade.
Hey.
Spider-Man. He's wearing the striped suit too. He's fucking Spider-Man. Fucking Spider-Man. Yeah, we're not asking for the home run record. We're just asking for a consistent batting average.
Yeah, get on base quite a bit, please.
Yeah, OBS 100%.
I like this. This is interesting. It's like Big Brother.
Oh, literally 100%. This is Big Bro. We've said this for 2 years. This is Big Bro.
Yeah, no, but they've never really, they haven't had a lot together. So the idea that is Andrade kind of coming in, oh, Angel laughing.
So this is what it's like when worlds collide. Oh, right. You ready to go?
Umberto looks like he's going all Calvin Klein model on us.
Oh, yeah, but still, Andrade, I love it because I do it all the time of the point ahead, look smart. That's all you got to do. Point ahead, look smart.
There you go. There you go. So Andrade off the bench.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no, I got that one. Did we get Spaz's super chat?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I maybe read his tone wrong, but I mean, again, I understand what he's saying. Again, there's jobs are on the line, but it will, like I said, it's the people who say the roster's too bloated and let's give everybody a chance, but then are upset that people get released. We can't do one without the other.
Right. As next week we're getting LA Knight and Damian Priest versus Jacob and Solo.
Okay.
As Mr. Noob out here, I had to pick up an extra shift tonight. Is it worth watching the show later or just add it to my Dynamite DVR trash bin?
That's funny. I think overall it's worth a watch. I mean, again, I wouldn't kill myself to watch it, but I would like to see what's going on. There was some good shit. Malachi Black was worth a peek.
Well, because I know Noob's out there. He's out there driving and everything. So if you're on a lonely, lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can throw that in there. But yeah, this ain't a write your mom home about it. But this is still a solid watch.
Yeah, fucking Larry trying to turn me into Ava Reno here. Jeez, Zach, come on.
Hey, a little navel.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Whoa, now.
Do the chunk shuffle.
I mean, do something strange for a little piece of change. How many super chats we need?
If someone gives us $100, I might do the chunk shuffle.
Oh, if someone drops $100, I swear to God, I will just for a half a second, just you can see everything under the hood. I didn't say front hood or back hood, my guy.
Someone will do it to fuck your shit up.
I don't care. I'll flash them. I don't care.
Someone will do it of badness.
Do something strange for a little piece of change, my guy.
For $1,000, I'll shave my beard.
No, I honestly, I don't know if I'd do that because my wife wouldn't recognize me.
I'd be disowned. Like
he's going out of the house. So who the fuck are you?
Like
why are you breaking in?
I'd be like Simba, like you go away until you're king. Like throw that shit
Leave
back
now and never come back.
Right? Like get the fuck out of here. Hakuna Matata. But ladies and gentlemen, we're on a commercial break. The main event is about to happen. I will throw up in the poll. That sounds wrong saying it like that. I will put up in the poll the next match as we get Tiffy Storm. Do we have a cool name for the other ones? The other ones.
The other one, I guess it is the other ones. I mean, Najax, Cautionary Tale.
Cautionary Tale. Cautionary Hole.
Cautionary Hole. Fucking Detour. I don't know.
All right, we're going Naomi and Nia. But there you go, folks, and get your votes in. Yeah. For 100.
My background's falling. I'm laughing too hard. That's so fucking funny though. Katie on OnlyFans, come see the hockey stick for $99.99.
Right, just in time for the annual commemorative Nick clip video clip package.
This is fact.
It's
2 minutes of high sticking, folks. 100%. You got to watch it.
You're right. The chat's digressing again.
Depravity is what we live in, my guy.
We told everybody from the get-go the wrestling might suck. We never do. So again, we're on commercial. We're trying to kill some time on a 3-hour show, and life is good on a Feel Good Friday. So again, make sure you get in that chat, have a little fun, and again, try and keep it a little clean. And no, we're not showing you anything unless you're paying good money.
Do something strange for a little piece of change. But yeah, and also, is it respectfully? I know we're on like a 48-hour break after this. So this feels like respect all the releases, all that, but this is like been a rat in the cage a little bit for like 2 months of wrestling. I'm glad to respectfully have a little to go and stretch my legs a little bit.
It feels like it's like the last day before spring break.
Bye, everybody.
We're getting a couple days off. We're like, man, it's like the last day of school here. We just fucking around.
100%.
Did
you sign my yearbook? Did I sign your yearbook?
Dude, let's go. This is the old Rampasia hour. Things get weird in the Rampage was a hard time because there was nothing to keep us from falling off the tracks. Nothing pulled us back in. It was just an hour of just
Bro, we were mid-show right now and talking about a shark on land versus an elephant in the water. We're very much in the Rampasia hour. We're in the witching hour. And yeah. And now we get to watch Rampasia on Tuesdays when we watch Lexus King versus Ricky Starks and everything.
Right. Signs of the night. The only thing I don't like about all those channels is they abuse the YouTube and Patreon paid subscription walls. I get where you're going with that, and I do think they take it to their advantage. I mean, that's kind of what they're supposed to do in a way, but maybe more information is needed in that comment, John.
Well, no, I'll halfway. I think he's going back to what we were talking about before of like, so I'm going to pay you $15 for the same thing KJ and Nick just said 2 weeks ago, live free on stream and everything. Like that's, yeah. Like we have members and everything. We have the super chats that all just go straight to helping the channel versus we're not going to fucking gaslight you into, so-and-so's release. And it's, the third writer on fucking WWE Evolve is the big release type shit.
Right. Everyone's got a price, says Scott. That's the old story. Everybody's got a price.
Oh, Anthony's riding out here with a Burberry outfit.
Yeah, I mean, where's your scarf, bro?
I got it on fucking standby, my guy. I'm breaking down the walls of Jericho right now, pulling out this scarf. Absolutely. Don't threaten me with Burberry. She's got the triple B's and the triple D's, my guy.
So you're saying you don't have any issues with women's wrestling lately in WWE? They put women's tag team title on Liv, so she couldn't have a singles match. That's dumb. I don't. I've said this. I've been on the record that nobody books it like the WWE right now, especially in NXT. But again, we're looking at another women's main event. They book their women stronger than any other company right now. TNA loves booking their women's division. They're booking it well. They're just going through a bit of a transition period. And again, like on Wednesday this week, we had the Mercedes moment, and then we get our 8-minute match. That is the pattern. Mercedes and 8 minutes. That's all the women get over on Wednesdays. So again, people can bitch and moan all they want. The women are doing just fine, and they've been fucking given a lot of love. If you can't figure that out just because of Liv, I'm sorry.
Well, no, 316. So we're going to talk about to where we even mentioned it earlier of that they're going to keep the titles on Liv or Raquel while Liv's away and everything like that. So 100%. So which is it? Is it pot meet kettle or kettle meet pot here?
Right.
Which one is this? Are we bitching about, people holding titles and this and that with the women's division? Or is it just we using this to fucking fit a narrative and so I can feel like a social justice warrior type shit online?
Right. Yeah.
Which one are we doing here, my guy? Piss or get off the pot?
Male feminist.
That's an oxymoron. That has to be an oxymoron.
It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing.
We've gone enough into this rabbit hole. I ain't gonna say nothing, but 316. I respect that you will be back here in probably about 5 minutes with a comment about Liv. But yes, no, my guy. You're not dating her. She doesn't know you. Like, stop with this. Like, really, like. Bro. She's going to be holding the title for a minute, so you can't bitch about other people's title reigns and this and that and everything the fucking third.
No, what more can you do, Nick? I mean, she has a long title run. She does well, and then turns around a few weeks later and wins the tag titles and is done well with the tag titles. Like you said, she got a big movie spot. Again, thank you, company, for giving me all that spotlight to shine in for over a year. Right. And again, they're not taking the belts off her. She's going to do her movie, come back, and again, be very prominent on TV. So, yeah, I don't get it. What more do you want? I want her to be the champion all time ever. No. Like, what the fuck, dude? Let's just be real. Everybody loses something sometimes. Like, it's just the way it is. And it's wicked. It's really good.
Are we like REM right now? Everybody hurts.
Right? Speaking of everybody hurting, all 4 women in the ring off and running right now.
Right. As Jason pointed out, we are 10 likes away, I guess, from 200 likes, and we're 4 away from 100 congruent viewers and everything. We've been flirting triple digits all the way through. So let's see if we can keep this moving like a grooving.
I love the new Naomi. She's extra in the best ways. Caution. That's not well.
No.
Come on, be polite. Be polite.
We just tore to 316 and said, "Come on, be polite, respectfully."
Yeah, they just released a tag on the roster. What job? Go home. Go home. 316. You're drunk.
Half the woman tag team. They released Jakara Jackson.
And Gigi.
Is that half the? Well, no, they also did. Carter, so
they only had 2.
Well, no, that is the fucking problem, though. That's why I was mad about Jakar, because they only had like 5, right? And they released 2, so now you got 3.
Is it wrong for me to point out they also released men? Did you miss that part of the article? Men are gone too.
Men.
Eddie gone, dude. Last time I checked,
Eddie sucks.
Miles Born,
not that way. It sucks that he got released. That's what I was trying to find.
But they're picking on the women that they book. Probably like I think Trips books the women better than he books the men some days. The women's tag belts
in NXT, especially.
Yeah. Yes, ding.
Does that make me Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, get over it. 2.5 men, I love it. But yes, right now I got Naomi and Jade seemingly having a conversation about what to do next. There we go. Big kick to the back.
And I was worried that when Jade won the match over Naomi at WrestleMania, that was the end of the feud. This was it. This was ceased to be. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was the most polite thing on the channel's opinion. We are friendly, goddammit.
MDB, this is fucking hilarious. One last time, we fucked him up. Riley Osborne at home, like, what happened? Bullshit.
And we didn't kick this man in the ass on the way out. I don't know what we did.
Miles Bourne. Sorry, bud. Maybe that's why he's
Chase Hughes is gone, not Randall Keith.
Yeah, that's it. Randy's like, listen, it was cute for a second. He's got to go.
It took over 3 hours for someone to point this out to us. So, by the way, just saying.
It's not. Stop fucking. Can we just mix the names?
Why are they so interchangeable in their names? Are they that generic?
They kind of. Now we get rid of the women's tag team. There's no tag teams remaining. Are there any? There's really not.
Actually, yeah, shit, because they didn't get rid of Shayna, so there's no
PFC,
ECP.
Yeah, I think they're building from within.
No, at this point, just dead the fucking women's tag belts because you already got rid of fucking Alba and Isla.
Naomi and Bianca, future tag team champions.
No, because they don't like each other.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, at this point, you dead the women's tag belts because honestly, at this point, I'm coming all the way around. You got rid of fucking Meta 2. You got rid of PCP. You got rid of 1, 2, 3. Chance and Carter's gone. All of this, yeah. What is the women's tag division right now?
Liv and Raquel, the Hervis,
and so you got 2 teams across 2 shows. All right, we're doing great.
Yeah, Chem X is dead.
Literally 2. Yeah, we're killing all of them.
Yeah.
Name me a third. Do I have a third?
No, not at all. We struggled on this one.
This division.
Yeah, or rebuild it. I
No,
don't know.
You end it. You would fuck rebuilding. You had it there and you chose to disassemble it. So fuck rebuilding. You end it. You had it there and you broke it down.
Yeah. There's no official actual tag teams anymore.
You end it. You let go. You've broken up every other tag team that you had, unless you're going to go to the knockouts. But yeah, PFC, Chemical X, Lash and Jakara, all done. So the division is dead in the water.
It's funny because it was one person from each. Like it was just like that's so mean.
Well, it's like the last releases when you kept Alba, but you dropped Isla.
Yeah, what the fuck? Isla can't be doing come on. No.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Anyone else got a women's official tag team in WWE right now? Natalya and Maxine Dupree. Next women's
No, she's out there going to fight in NWA.
Yes, she is.
Which actually might be super suited for her.
Oh, yeah, I think she'll do well.
Yeah, Gigi fucking gone too. So there's Chemical X done.
But Nia in control of Jade.
Sorry, I'm still in commercial, but yeah, it's so crazy now to think of like TNA and the Rebellion we just watched of half that tag team division is no longer employed. Period. Yeah. They might just straight sign with TNA of like we were just here.
Mm-hmm. I do it. Yeah, we gotta. I mean, again, we've talked a lot about the tag team wrestling needing some love. I think the Lucha Bros are going to get back together. I think they're working on the men's side of things. For a while there, the women's was doing all right, like circling around and having the 1 belt instead of 2 worked really well. I thought the men should do the same thing. But yeah, this isn't like an overarching thing. The women are still doing very fine. We just don't have tag teams. It's fucking weird.
Shit. Well, honestly, is it a bad thing if you get rid of the tag teams and you focus more on the mid-card titles?
Yeah, maybe.
But you have to focus on the mid-card titles now because you don't have the tag belts to buffer.
That's a good trade-off, Nick. You're not wrong.
They both missed WrestleMania. We had already the big match with Chelsea out there and Zelina. We're getting a match at Backlash with Becky and Vera. If Becky's your IC Women's Champion, I think that elevates the belt a bit above the mid card, not fully world title-ish. And now it's like when Seth won the world heavyweight title, of it adds a little prestige to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might got a point there. Hot tag to Tiffy. Here comes Nia. I mean, the match has been all right. Under another clip. All right, Tiffy rolling. This is Black Friday for WWE releases.
It's once a year, my guy. It's like Black May. It's like a horror movie that just always has sequels come out around the same time.
Oh, crucifix bomb.
Yeah.
And I figured it out with Axiom. It's a Spaniard fly.
No, it's just a fly.
I like Spaniard fly.
Fair enough, but it's a Spanish fly, and he's Spanish, so it's just a fly.
It's just a fly.
Well, I'm out here halfway wondering do I call Tiffany Hansel or Gretel with this fucking gingerbread ass attire?
Oh, Nia back up. Big headbutt. Oh.
Samoan drop. Now, again, though, with a Samoan, is it just a drop?
Right? I mean, again, and we're getting into calling it a Mexican destroyer, which hurts my heart.
You fucking hated that for like 2 weeks.
Ridiculous. You don't change the name of the move.
You don't change my culture. It is a goddamn Canadian destroyer.
It's a Canadian destroyer. You know,
especially when Petey Pump is out there, an agent that probably built that.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Knees up. Tiffy got Naomi. Yeah, we don't call it a Mexican whip when they throw someone against the rope. Still an Irish whip.
A Gulf of America destroyer.
Right. They took let them have it.
They took the goddamn Gulf.
Yeah. They release players in sports all the time, not a big deal. It's facts. We've talked about it all night long.
Right.
And again, we talk about it every year. Nick said it earlier. Like, oh my God, we could just like repeat last year's episode.
Literally, I honestly
sorry, Nick.
This match has done really well of keeping Jade like adjacent of she's not overexposed right now.
No, but she looks good. She'll make a fool.
Yeah, she looks good, but can she wrestle good? That's the question.
She is wrestling well. I mean, is what I'm saying. Like, she looks real smooth. Again, she doesn't look nearly as clunky as we've seen in the past off that hot tag. She looks good.
She had 2 fucking moves though.
She rolling. She looks good. It was more than 2 moves.
She hit Irish whip.
Remember,
yes, I said Irish whip.
She had to plus the selling. She had to hit that first hot tag as she eats an elbow.
Shout out Johnny real quick. Tiffany Stratton does not deserve to be in the main event. I'm gonna fight you, Johnny.
Leave Tiffy alone.
Right. KJ Nick, are you on Triple H? Yes. You on Triple H on payroll? I wish the fuck we were. I wouldn't be working a 9 to or a 5 to 9 more or less actually at this point versus
Trips, let us know. We'll champion your cause. No, we call it the way we see it, 316, and some people can't accept that. Hopefully you're not one of those people that can't accept the opposing opinion or the more direct, honest opinion. And if you are, great, you came to the right place. But if not, sorry.
About your damn luck. Damn, would you find? I still can't believe fucking McLovin did that shit. Oh, damn, would you find that, son?
Oh, night of the second rope, Jade up. Uh-oh.
I'm really interested.
This magic moment.
Well, it's going to be interesting because we're going to get Jade versus Nia next week, so they need to show some chemistry. 3 count. Right on the dot.
Right on the dot. Jade gets the pin. Yeah, my soul is for sale. Rock, that goes for you too, bud. You want my soul, you can have it.
Nah, I'm going to keep mine.
No, give it. I'll... Yeah, fun match. I thought Jade looked strong. Jade looked good.
Yeah, all of her 4 moves was fantastic.
Oh my God, you gotta actually watch the shows, man.
You act like I'm not here looking at the same goddamn screen.
She did well tonight.
I'm not saying she didn't do well. I'm saying she did 4 fucking moves.
She did more than that.
All right, 4.5.
It was it had to be a 13-minute match. She did quite a bit as they're tugging over the belts.
You can have that as
shit, Naomi causing trouble.
Jade and Tiffany.
Jade is a beast. We'll get there. Vince. Oh shit, Naomi fucking everybody up, and she has been overlooked.
She had a pretty good match. I'm not denying that. She had a pretty good match. Where am I hating in saying that she did like a good 4 to 5 moves and had a pretty good match?
That though, she actually did more than that. Just because you didn't see
it.
Where
am I hating? Where am I hating?
Because you didn't see the move, like what she did in the match doesn't mean it.
What did I say bad about Jade? Where am I hating?
She did more than that.
All right, so 4.5. 5. I'll give you 5.
You were fake news.
No,
you missed it. She did well.
I didn't say she didn't do well. So where am I lying?
All right, folks, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show, and tonight is no different. Don't forget, we got more coming your way. Check out all our social. Go get yourself some merch. Go get yourself all the stuff. Be a friend, tell a friend. But 7 out of 10. Got that one. 7 out of 10. Tug of War. Naomi causing trouble. Look at that. So does she get into the number 1 contenders match?
She should. I can I say this and not be hating?
I don't know.
That if you add her in there versus Nia and Jade, that she's going to be the one that takes all the bumps. She is the go-between. She is the in-between that makes everything work.
I could see that definitely being the way. I would expect it. I kind of want Naomi to get the shot. I kind of don't want to see Tiff and Nia again. Jade Tiff could be very bad or really good. I don't think there's a middle ground.
If it's Jade Tiff, does Jade have to win?
She'd have to really push her to the limit.
Well, apparently she'd have to do more than 4 moves.
Yeah, right. It's every match at Backlash, a SmackDown storyline. No, Gunther and Pat are Raw. Cena is technically
SmackDown, but it is mostly advertised on Raw, to be honest.
Right.
Now I got to pull up the
Fatal 4-Way. No,
that's SmackDown.
Yeah. So yeah, no, not all of them, but close.
Well, and do you think that they add too many matches? Because normally it's been about 5, maybe 6 matches, and we're at 4 already. So,
well, remember,
Rhea versus Becky's Raw, Cena versus Orton.
Right?
Technically, yeah. It's super cool. Well, you can still add 2. I
think they might add 2 at most. Okay, I mean, we got the Fatal 4-Way added tonight. Maybe we get Jay and Logan added. That's 5. 6 max. I have no doubt they won't go above 6.
Right, but it's so far it's a 50-50 split because Lear and Becky's a Raw storyline. Yes. Pat versus Gunther's Raw storyline. Cena versus Orton technically is SmackDown. And then the U.S. title is definitely SmackDown. So it's 50-50.
There you go. I give it a 9. Normally, I would have something to say about my favorite part, but unfortunately, I got no commercials. But KJ, let's hope your Maple Leafs have a magic moment. I hope they have a magic series, a magic month, a magic couple months. So let's go. Faker news. 5 out of 10. Cena had 5 moves. There you go. 0 out of 10 for no Trish. 7.25. I'm in that ballpark, like 7.5 tonight.
Fair enough. Yeah. Go ahead. Well, I'm still debating.
7. Don't get us in trouble. Jay did bare minimum to hide her weakness. There you go. Chairs with you. Chair of all people.
At least I have a chair to sit on.
Right. May pause. Hulk had like 3 moves. 7, 7.5, 7.5. Yeah, I'm kind of in that range tonight. It was good. I think we moved some stuff along. I liked Randy Orton. I liked the main event. I thought LA Knight did well tonight. I like what's happening with the U.S. title. It could have been better. Definitely could have got a little more love out there.
Bradley saying, yeah, for me, NA, because of the releases tonight. And normally I rely on y'all to tell us what's going on. Well, we tried, goddammit.
We did well. 7.5. I just want good wrestling. I agree. 7, not a bad score at all. Jey Uso, Logan Paul is a Raw match. Facts. Naomi times 2 losses in a row. Did she earn it? Interesting. Jade versus Tiff.
Does she force her way into it, though?
Can she? Or especially after that moment. We'll see. 10 out of 10 for the main event. I didn't see the rest of the show. This man's. All right. Have a great weekend. Yes, folks. Have a great weekend to you as well. Bradley, as always, appreciate it. Are you guys hearing any rumors about Roman bringing a wise man to replace Paul Heyman? Because I keep hearing and reading stuff that Roman is bringing Rikishi back. Is Rikishi a wise man? Just, I guess,
he's an ass man. I don't know if he's a wise man. I the most I've heard is don't expect Roman till about Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people talk about that he's in no rush to come back. So we'll see where that lies. 7 out of 10 from Dale. 9 from Brandon. Wait, no, Nick, don't pause on chair.
Well, I like MDB of saying don't debate too much. You might go blind.
Right. I'm waiting for Kiji to go heel on Nick. And how fun it would be. I think we do that a couple times a week. Take turns. Pause.
Yeah. You made it worse.
Javier Bernal has been released by the WWE. Let the crashing out begin. Yes, let's go.
I didn't know he was still there.
Right. It's been a long while. It's like fucking NXT level up days. Good night. Have a good one. Bradley, I think Nia versus Tiffy at Backlash. I don't know if I love that, but fair enough. We'll see how it goes.
Again, we've still said that you're probably only going to add maybe 1, 2, maybe a pre-show match at most in the Backlash. So we're getting down to probably Logan versus Jay's all but added there. Do you add anything with Seth, Braun, Punk, Roman? I know.
And talk about a possible tag match. So again,
that's like co-main. That but I feel like you should have been advertised that because that's marketing.
Yeah. There's been maybe we're not getting it. I don't know, but there has been talk about it. It feels like they're building something up, but maybe they're like, not yet. We'll wait to the next pay-per-view. I have no idea what the plan is there because it is getting late in the game. KJ turns heel on Nick every time we bust out the saucy wings. That's gross.
Is it that or did I turn heel on myself? I feel like I stabbed myself a little bit more.
It's gone either way. Yes, we completely think that, Anthony, bringing up new talent, younger talent, more affordable talent in some ways. But ultimately, we have to make room for others, Nick.
100% of you can't push a Julia, you can't push a Roxanne without other people not getting pushed and not being there. I hate to say it, but it's part of the game. Your favorite rookie that they just drafted, your team just drafted, or your team just got in a trade, can't start if the fucking starter isn't out of the roster.
Yeah, it won't get out of the way. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the chat. Did you give an official score?
7.
7's fair. I can live with that. I can live with 7. That's definitely fair. But let's go. WFU. Use the hashtag, folks. Check out all our socials. Check out Discord. Check out Facebook. Check out Twitch. Check out all the things. Thank you for being a part of Feel Good Friday. And again, back at it on Monday. Nick and I are going on sabbatical, getting some R&R. And we will be back for Raw, the go-home show for Backlash. It's going to be a hell of a show. And that's all I got, Nick. Any final thoughts?
We're on a 48-hour break because, goddammit, we've earned it. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. What are you talking about that rest? You put that for life with it.
We earned it. See you on the flip side. Come back on Monday. Have a safe weekend.
I really mean it.
Good night.